Welcome everybody inside Center Ice Arena here in Traverse City, Michigan for the 2022 tournament presented by Huntington Bank. I'm Daniela Bruce, and today I'm alongside Ken Cal, the radio voice of the Detroit Red Wings, and we're here of the prospect tournament against the Dallas. Ken?
Yeah, Dallas tried to get their tournament. They lost in their first matchup to the Toronto Maple Leafs, but the only undefeated team right now are the Detroit Red Wings, and a win tonight would make them two in that top spot in the prospects tournament.
That's right, and we liked what we saw from the Red Wings yesterday against Columbus. Let's look at the lineup that we're going to see tonight for Detroit. We'll start with our forwards, and I think the most notable thing would be Riley Piercy, right, coming off that 4-goal game yesterday. He's on the top line alongside Drew Warrid and Cross Hannes, who also had an impressive outing.
You know, Warrid was really good on that line last night, and the thing about him is he was +3. So, you know, that whole line did really well, and Piercy, I don't think he ever had a 4-goal game, and it was funny after he scored that 4th goal, Daniela, Simon Edmondson was pointing 4 fingers up in the air, telling everybody, hey, that's his 4th goal, you know, but he led the way offensively for Detroit. 4 shots, 4 goals. So I just say keep shooting tonight, and that puck's going to go in. But overall, I really like the way the forwards played. But Piercy really stood up to me. Cross Hannes was good, especially on the power play.
That's right. We'll get back to talking about Riley Piercy and the different ways that he was able to score goals in yesterday's game. But let's look at the defensive things that we're going to see for Detroit tonight here against the Dallas Stars. We're starting with the top pairing in Seth Barton and Simon Edmondson. Now, Seth Barton was scratched yesterday, and he's a player that snake-bitten a little bit, suffered some injuries, and he's really looking to have a big season and hopefully play healthy in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, 3rd-round pick and 81st overall in the 2018 draft for Seth Barton, and he was injury-plagued. But, you know, hopefully he can rebound and really get us going right now, especially in this prospects tournament. Disappointed Albert Johansson -2 yesterday, which was kind of a surprise. Simon was a minus player too, but again, they were playing against a really unit in the Columbus Blue Jackets yesterday. But overall, defensively as a unit, I thought they really played well.
To play against a high-powered top line in the Columbus Blue Jackets with Ken Johansson centering the line, and we saw how he was. Tonight, Dallas has some power in their lineup as well, including and Logan Stankoven. Now, Stankoven, excuse me, and both have over 100 points in their respective leagues in the OHL and Stankoven WHL.
Well, they're not very big players, but they're very creative, and you always have to keep an eye on them because they're so elusive and they know where to go on the ice, and when they're deadly. And not only can they score goals, but they can set up teammates as well. So, you know, they're both set up players, and also when they've got and that's something to me you can't learn. Either have it or you don't. Those two players do have it.
Talk about plus minus and their ratings. They're both very, very high. So when you score that many goals, it's hard to be a minus player, right? But 46, and then Wyatt Johnson is a plus 29. So when they're on the ice, goods are happening for their teams.
Well, this is I'm sure to play in this tournament against other players, but you know what? You always have to keep improving. And the points aren't going to as they were in the league that they're playing now. So they're going to get tougher each and every game. But certain players that the points on the board, it usually follows them in their career. And the numbers will probably go down for those two players, but still any talent for the Dallas Stars.
That's right. And how the outstanding talent that we're seeing really on every team here at this tournament. Much fun to watch. We mentioned yesterday they had a ton of high-end, high-draft pick talent, and we're going to see that get the Dallas Stars.
And it's been high, too. It seems like the goaltenders are shaking their head these days, and the prospect, there's been a lot of goals scored for all the teams and so far. And yesterday I was watching the Toronto-St. Louis game, I believe it was 8-3, but there were so many in that game. So the competition is really, really strong here, and I think the fans that have packed Traverse as well.
Speaking of the packed building, saw it yesterday. The fans packed in on Friday at 3 o'clock, and today, 6 p.m., I see a sea of red, Ken.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? And again, we talk about how great it is. The fans really welcome the Red Wings, and everywhere you go in town, there's signs, you know, Red Wings, and it's even going to get better. Wayne Camp gets over here next week. So it's just a great, and yesterday, 3 o'clock on a Friday, as you mentioned, you weren't another fan in here. I think they had to just shut the door because the fire marshals would be all over. But, you know, it's great. We come up here all the time. And not only do they like the Red Wings, but they like all the competition of all the teams here. And they're they're providing some great entertainment.
Yeah, well, you nailed it, Ken. This tournament is competitive. These players are trying to earn roster spot teams, so they're here to play. This isn't a cakewalk tournament for these guys.
No, it isn't. And as you mentioned, if you just look over the history of this tournament, so many great the Red Wing players who play. Henrik Zetterberg's to name a few. Name one. And it seems like every Red Wing through Grand Rapids, they start here in the prospect tournament. So fans here in Traverse City really get their first look at some of the eventually become longtime Detroit Red Wings down the road.
Ken, we're going to try something a little bit different during today. Watching on YouTube or you're on Twitter, wherever you're watching and you want to ask us a question, do that and use the hashtag LW. We're going to do our best to get to answering your questions. Ken, I'm nervous for what our fans are going to ask us. We're prepared for that.
Well, the fans are great with their questions and their tweets. They're not as tough as some of the other questions today. Maybe we'll be okay. But tweet your questions out. Answer for you. We definitely will.
That's right. Make sure you use hashtag LGRW so you can find those questions and get them answered. Ken, I said we'd mention Riley Piercy. Let's look back at what we saw in yesterday's game against Columbus, and we'll start right there. Goal game, perhaps goal. Maybe not his best goal, but we'll start with this. Actually, this is here. That was on the power play, and he was able to beat the goaltender high slot and just in the right position, the right time for Riley Piercy. He was good.
Well, you mentioned that he connected, and that tells you a good look at him on a breakaway where he came up minder with a good shot. He was in front of the net causing havoc, pucks in, or scoring on breakaways. Terrific last night. And sometimes play up that. We saw that from Taiev last year, remember? He was terrific and cutting in front of the net and scoring the goal.
You talked about him. Look at here, the positioning and another player right in his positioning was great all game long. He was able to finish that breakaway. He finished on the power play versatility that he can bring in scoring as well.
You were knocking with Bob, the Columbus Blue Jacket Dume, who's a really good scorer. He had 2 goals game for Columbus, and how good that can put the puck in the net, know where to be when rebounds are going to come out. They can kind of head and figure out where the puck's going to come, and they're always in the great position to score. And notice from Piercy yesterday, not only breakaway, but as you mentioned, he was in great position all game long. And as I mentioned, 4 shots, he was 100%, 4 goals. Just keep shooting the puck; it's going to go in.
Yeah, right. The 100%. So hopefully he comes out playing that exact way. Another great aspect of the Red game yesterday was their goaltending. Whether it was Cosa, who started the game, or Andrew Oak, who came in about halfway through. Sebastian Cosa needed that outing. Ken, we've talked about, struggled at last year's prospect tournament. Didn't have a great development camp. So the thing he needed really just to boost that comp, playing in front of Red Wings management. Stopped 17 of 18 shots, and he made his in net.
He certainly did, and especially early. That was one of the things I noticed from Columbus in their first game that they played in the tournament is they really turned it on against us and were really hard in front of the net, put the forecheck on, and Cosa really equal to the task because they had some great opportunities. You mentioned Kent Johnson, Dume, really good in front of the net, but Cosa, with that athleticism that he has, made some outstanding saves, and you're absolutely right about him. It was a confidence builder, and he wanted to prove to everybody, his teammates and management, that enough's enough. He's going to go out there and he's going to play a good game, and he certainly did.
Yeah, when we talked to Dan Cleary before the tournament began, that episode of The Word on Woodward is on the Red Wings YouTube if you're interested, but he talked about Sebastian Cosa and his development. One thing he said is that he wants it. He's putting the work in. It is not a lack of effort, and he said he doesn't think that we have seen the goaltender that Sebastian Cosa can be. So there's definitely room for improvement, but it starts at tournaments like this, and he showed it yesterday.
Well, let's keep in mind he's only 19 years old,
young
right?
Kid. He's young.
So goaltenders usually develop later on in their career, but the thing I like about him too is like all good goaltenders, it seems these days, are really big, tall. They can cover the net, very athletic. They can skate well. They know their angles, and he stops the puck in a variety of ways. It's not just one way of blocking shots. Sometimes goaltenders in the National Hockey League are shot blockers. You know what I mean? And they stop the first shot and then allow the defenseman to clear the puck. But Cosa, it seems like he's pretty athletic in goal. He doesn't waste a lot of energy there, and he doesn't give shooters a lot to shoot at, and that's because he's 6'6", and it's funny because even when he's down on his pads, his head is almost even with the crossbar, and so there's not a lot to shoot at.
Yeah, you have to be very accurate if you're going to score on Sebastian Cosa, right? But how about Andrew Oak, who came in halfway through the game, and I don't think we're going to stop talking about this play, but his first test in net for the Red Wings was a 3-on-1 situation, and he makes a beautiful save.
Yeah, tested right away, and right off the get-go, look at this, 3-on-1, bang, bang, and there he is, making that save off goal, and that gives your team, because if Columbus scores there, it's a time already. Maybe, they move ahead. The goaltenders have to come up with big saves, and that certainly was one.
Yeah, we talk about momentum, right? And when you think momentum changers, maybe a penalty kill, but a save like that we just saw from Andrew Oak can really turn things around for your team and get the huge important part of the game.
Yeah, and from the goaltenders,
yeah,
too.
Did.
So I mentioned a couple players who are minus back there. These players, they want to play us players too. So when I mentioned that Johansen, Edmondson was out, they want to play, take your lumps along the way, but it's player down the road.
Yeah, Drew Ward found the back wings yesterday too. Exciting to see the free agent invitees getting involved in the game, right? These are guys that have more to prove than perhaps in the tournament, so good to see them getting on the board.
He was +3, Ward, and had that goal, came on the power play yesterday, and into the power play. You and I always talk about special teams and how important it is, and a lot of these players, really a majority of them, aren't going to be with that said, and as they progress, you want your to be the best that they can be no matter what level. And the wings, that special teams have to get better. One thing, the power play was terrific. Giannis was really good. Abilities, and he kind of faked Columbus out a little bit, because on one of the goals that Piercy scored, or that Ward scored, early on, 2-3 shots toward, and I think the goaltender was waiting for him to next time. Instead, he played a cross-ice pass, and there was Ward who fired. Kudos to him. Smart play. I like the way they were snapping the puck around. It's going to help them out.
A little bit of a mental game, right? Cross-hand is making sure he knows that, hey, they expect me to shoot, I'm going to pass, and it ultimately resulted in... You mentioned Cross, and it's about him heading into the tournament as who's going to score for the Red Wings, and we thought it was going to be Cross Hannes, right? That's a name that came up. Obviously, Riley Piercy shut up, basically. He was like, I'm going to score. But Cross Hannes is a guy that scored a lot of points in the WHL last year, had a very good season playing Grand Rapids this year, so it's an exciting season for him.
And I thought the Red Wing forwards, Danielle, got a lot of good scoring chances since Lombardi.
Yeah.
He had a wide open on net, but it was a great shot and probably scored that goal, but just didn't happen. They were getting their chances, and you don't want to go into a hockey game opportunities, not getting any looks, but as a whole, had pretty good opportunity against a very good Columbus defense.
And we have another poll for all of you today, those that watched the stream yesterday. There is a QR code in our poll today, and the question looks like we're going to go to the anthem. I'll get back to that.
Teams in Scouts Arena for Day 3-2 NHL Prospects Tournament. Tonight's game from Mullen Rink pits the Dallas Stars against Detroit Red Wings. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask that if you are able, please rise and remove your hats. All veterans, active duty, and first responders, the appropriate salute as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, everybody. As I'm sure you are aware, we are experiencing a bit of technical difficulty with the audio. Shut down real quick and hopefully get that fixed for you. We'll be right back.
especially on the power play, comes from their blue line core. And you look at their big club, and that's where it's all generated. And I can kind of see that here with these young players right now, as the defensemen are very active, especially on the power play here. No score opening period. Stranges left circle with a shot, and Bednar made the save again. Killing the penalty for Detroit is Edmondson. He moves it ahead, and here come the Wings back shorthanded. Warad, who had a goal yesterday with a man advantage, passed it across, broken up. Hannes looking for the puck, and now it's around the boards. Lumel will pick it up. We got to keep an eye on him. He's a pretty good scorer himself. No score opening period. Dallas on the power play for 1:10. Damiani with a feed up the left side. Stranges, native of Plymouth, Michigan, cuts inside with a backhand try and a pad save from Bednar. Stranges again trying to work his way in towards the front of the goal. Broken up, and now here's a break for Detroit. Soderblom over the line, left side, passes it across. Lombardi with a shot, and he hit the side of the goal. He had Poirier down, and the Red Wings almost connected shorthanded. Now a feed in front. Johansson lost his footing as he was cutting in off to the left goal post. Wings don't want to get caught, and here they come. The Dallas Stars the other way, up across the line, Stankoven. And the Wings intercept and clear it down the ice. Great opportunities, Daniela, for Detroit.
Very quality scoring chances there, shorthanded. Elmer Soderblom, the leader of that first chance. You didn't know if he was going to shoot or pass it, sends it across to Lombardi, and he just doesn't get the shot where he wants it.
Still a scoreless tie in the first period. Stankoven drops it back. Now a pass across, a one-time shot by Bork. He went down on one knee to get a lot of mustard on it, fired it wide. Bork again with a chance, and this one's off the stick of Bliss, the penalty killer for the Wings. It ends up in the protective netting. 11 seconds to go in the Dallas power play.
Sure, they're thankful that puck went out of play. Time to settle things down a little bit here. Hopefully the Red Wings can clear the zone and kill off the last 11 seconds of this penalty, but it's been very active. There's been a lot of chances on both ends of the ice.
Tell you what, if you're a team on the power play and you give up a shorthanded goal, boy, that's just a dagger through the heart.
Yeah, it is. Again, those momentum changers. That gives the penalty-killing team all the momentum.
Good looking crowd here at Center Ice Arena in Traverse City. That'll about do it in the minor penalty that was assessed to Detroit. Penalty is over. Emil Vero was the penalized player. Heads over to the bench, and the Red Wings are at full strength. Still no score. A shot comes right out in front. Bednar, he's been tested, made the save.
That he has, and he's been sharp early, seeing the puck very well. This is his first play action in this prospect tournament.
Roulette on the right side took the shot. It ends up on the stick of Taiev, who lays it across, and here comes Zito charging wide on his man Murray. Moves into the corner, slides it out in front, turned it over. Put it on the stick of Morrison, and he will move that puck out to the Detroit line. Red Wings come back. Klandowski throws it over left side. A snapper wide of the goal. In deep is Zito. Stars get there first, but some good action.
Yeah, Albert Johansson in on D for the Red Wings right now. We talked about him being a -2 yesterday, but he's been very active so far in the game here today. Had a great scoring chance on the penalty kill, and now he's doing great on the blue line so far through the first half of this period.
Almost halfway through this opening period, and there is no score. 6 shots on goal by the Dallas Stars. Bednar's been tested.
Bednar has been tested, and again, he did look sharp. He's seeing the puck well. First action of the tournament for him. Just has to stay steady, and so far he has been. He was great on the penalty kill.
Stankoven steals, works it up across the line. That play just barely offside as the Dallas Stars were on the attack into that Detroit end.
We talked about some of the offensive firepower that the Dallas Stars have on their team for this prospect tournament, including centers Logan Stankoven and Wyatt Johnston. They both had over 100 points in their respective leagues. Johnston in the OHL and Stankoven in the WHL. They were almost 2 points per game even.
Well, we talked about them in the pregame show, and they're explosive players, no doubt about it.
Very explosive players.
Red Wings' best opportunities offensively really came when they were short a man, and now it's an icing call charged against Detroit. Poirier is the goaltender for Dallas. He did not play in their first game, and he has seen his first action of the tournament. 6'2", 201 pounds, and he hails from Farnham, Quebec. Bednar limbering up in that goal cage for Detroit. Scoreless tie. Wings pick it up. That is Bliss. Tied up along the far boards by Damiani. Jakob Atuka with a cross-ice feed. Up across the line now. Here's Bliss. Shoots it in on goal. Poirier made the save. Damiani almost lost the puck to Ivan of Detroit. Now the Stars bring it back. White out the center ice, charging to the Detroit line. Drops it back to the trailer, Tamiani, and he'll dump that puck to the side of the Detroit goal. Yakubatuka was knocked off stride, and the Red Wings pick it up, play it out to center ice. White will pick it up again for the Stars, and he'll hammer it off the glass into the corner. Warren to pick it up for Detroit. Sends it out to the line. Stars hold it in as they shoot it into the corner. Now Dallas will change on the go.
Drew Ward in the game had a goal yesterday, Ken, on the power play. We talk about those free agent invitees that wanted to make an impact on the team, and he did early in this tournament.
Kyra with a feed up across the line, now moving in. Blumel with a shot, and he fired it wide, and maybe Bednar got a piece of it.
He may have. Blumel was in on net with two other Dallas Stars. That could have been a very bad situation for Detroit, but it ends up wide of the net.
So far, Dallas has been the stronger team as they've had opportunities. Up across the line, little feed pass right out in front. Blumel with a shot. He tried to beat Bednar short side. He tried to get him going from his right to his left and shot it wide to the goal.
Again, Bednar seeing the puck well, tracking well. He was able to make a nice save there to keep this thing at 0-0.
Soderblom picking it up for Detroit. Leaves it for the trailer. That's Edmondson. +2 in yesterday's game. Now it's moved down into the corner. Turning with it, Lombardi. Now to Taiev. Quickly to the line to Seth Barton. Barton for the wings. He is tripped up. Stick came out of the hand of Roulette. Roulette was gambling on that play, and it's going to cost him a tripping call coming up to the Dallas Stars, and the Red Wings will go on the power play. 8.5 to go in the opening period, and there's no score.
So we'll get our first look at the Red Wings power play in today's matchup. But Ken, one thing we have to talk about is the anniversary games of the 97 and 98 Stanley Cup playoffs. Stanley Cup championships, I should say. We'll be celebrating those at Little Caesars Arena on November 3rd and November 5th. It's going to be an exciting time. You can get your tickets at DetroitRedWings.com, but we're going to see some of the alumni back in town. It'll be great.
Certainly will, and we're always looking forward to that whenever the greats come back, and the fans will love it too.
25 years.
Let's see what the Red Wings can do here. They have one shot on goal, and this is the first power play for Detroit. We mentioned yesterday the Wings looked pretty sharp on the man advantage. Cross Hannes, right circle, gets the rebound chance after the first shot was saved by Poirier. And now the Stars come back short-handed. Back got it out the center ice and now shoots it into the Detroit end.
Poirier came up with a couple of big stops there, and one of the Dallas defensemen was able to block Cross Hannes' first attempt. So good play there by the penalty killers.
Bliss, Lombardi, and Soderblom up front on the power play at the moment. Hannes in there in the right circle. That's where he likes to set up, and now he will let it go to the blue line. Edmondson wasn't there at the right point. That puck slides back into the Red Wing zone. Stankoven in pursuit of the puck. Edmondson turns away from him. Smooth skating defender, just hangs on to the puck, buying some time, and then allows Detroit to change their power play on the go. 55 seconds to go in the Red Wing man advantage. No score first period. Bliss sends it in behind the goal. Now it's hammered off the boards by the Stars, who intercepted it, and down the ice it goes. Bednar to set it up for Albert Johansson. Smooth skating defender. Out to center, drops it to the trailer to Taiev. In over the Dallas line, over to the left face-off circle, skates to Taiev. Bounced it back to Johansson at the left point. Slides it over now, right side. Ivan with a shot, redirected by Bliss out in front of the goal, but right to the chest protector of Poirier. And the Stars will clear it down the ice. Good deflection by Bliss right out in front, Daniela. Now we've got a whistle in that Red Wing zone. 16 seconds to go in that Red Wing man advantage.
Again, some good positioning in front of the net. Yesterday we saw it a lot. We saw Drew Ward getting a goal from right in front. Riley Piercy scored right in front. And you see it right there on that play too with Trenton Bliss.
And if you're in front of the net, you just want to deflect it towards the goal, make the goaltender move a little bit, but that was pretty good. Red Wings have 2 shots now on this power play. Dallas controlling most of the play here in the opening period, out shooting Detroit 7-3. There's 6:44 to go here in the opening frame.
So far this game has felt very fast-paced, Ken, leading up until 6.5 minutes left in this first period.
Well, Dallas not happy. They've only played one game, and they lost that one in the opener. They've got a pretty good talented team as they make their way into this tournament. Ansel now. Dallas is at full strength. Shoots it in. Ansel does. Into the corner now. Ansel trying to jam that puck loose. Morrison after it. Stars wing it up the right side. Out to center ice. Roulette, but stepping in front of him was Yakubatuka. And he's a guy that I thought played really well yesterday. He was +3, Biaka Batuka.
Yeah, a late addition to this prospect tournament roster for the Red Wings. Ben Simon said after the game yesterday that the Red Wings suffered some injuries, so he was very happy to see Biaka Batuka added to the roster, and hey, he showed up in that first game.
Smooth skating defenseman, and what I like about him is those first passes out of his own zone always seem to be tape to tape. Damiani right back over the line. Screen shot. He used Zito as a screen and fired it over the top of the Red Wing goal. Barton almost intercepted it at center ice, and now they'll regroup. Kyrou sends it right side. It bounced away from Damiani off to the side of the Detroit goal, and icing has been called against the Dallas Stars. 5.5 to go here in the opening period, and still a scoreless tie.
The Red Wings won their first game, and you mentioned Dallas lost their first game of the tournament with a score of 6-2 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs, but we've seen Blumel have a couple of chances here in the first period. He was one of the goal scorers for Dallas in that game.
And the other player we talked about, Stankov, and he had the other goal in that first game. And again, those two guys, 100-point guys last year.
That's right. Johnston had an assist as well, another 100-point guy.
Was that a requirement?
Was that a requirement for this Dallas team? You have to have 100 points in your respective league?
Here's Strangis, right circle, moves in with a shot. Bednar closed the pads to make the save. Quick feed out to center, but coming back to stop it. Stars Caro to play that puck down into the corner now in the Detroit end. Wings outlet it, and now bringing it ahead for Detroit. Warhead drops it back to Edmondson to the center ice circle. Stick handles through traffic, in over the blue line. Angles over to the left wing boards and fires it around into the right corner. Strangis backhands it ahead, and quickly the Dallas Stars break out the center. Stankoven over the line, pass out in front, and unable to control that pass was White. He was the blue liner for the Dallas Stars, cutting out in front of the goal, jumping up on the play. But I always like those defensemen who can jump into the play, and we saw that from White, the Dallas defenseman right there. That's
right, you mentioned it. They always have the strong blue liners that like to get involved. It's a staple of their organization at the big club.
Here's Blandowski. Moves it out to center ice, shoots it in behind the Stars goal. Poirier thought about playing it. Instead, White scooping it up, turned it over. Right out in front now, it's Lombardi with a feed. Here's a chance by Soderblom, and it was blocked right out in front. Getting a piece of it right there. Kyrou now right out in front the other way. A back here forward shot right there by Bork. Save made Bednar, and the Wings come back. Barrow taps it down low into the corner. Soderblom, feet in front, off the stick of Taiev. He was on his backhand and out to center ice. Here's Johansson up across the line, pass right circle shot, stick save by Bednar, and it rolls into the corner. Got up and down action here. Closing moments of the opening period. 3.5 to go, a scoreless tie. Wings break out up the right wing. That is Lombardi backhanding the puck into the corner in the Star zone. Barteau jams it around the boards. Bliss to chase it down for Detroit. It was broken up, comes out to center ice. Here's Johnson up across the line, moves it out in front to Blumel with a chance, and he fired it wide. He was trying to pick the upper right-hand corner on Bednar. Another chance by Blumel. He's had his opportunities in the hockey game. That one off the stick and wide of the goal. Caro slides it over, right side. Kyrou picking it up now, lost the handle of it. Stealing Bliss at center. On one knee, gets up quickly, now taps it up across the line. And Kyrou with a nice play to send it across. Red Wings change on the goal, and Parlance is out there for the Red Wings at the moment. Zito backhands it ahead, and Ivan is knocked down trying to cross that line. Caro with the chance. So the puck comes out to center ice. Oh, a big hit by Johansson that really knocked Ertl into the boards, and Bednar will cover up. Albert Johansson just lowered the boom on Justin Ertel along the far wing. Or if you're watching on the stream, it would be your near side, but that was a big hit by the Red Wing defenseman, Albert Johansson. 2:28 to go, first period. Glad you're in tune to the stream here. From the face-off, Dallas Stars, White with a shot. That's blocked right out in front of the goal. Johansson along the near wing, fending off a check with his left arm. Now it's lifted by Detroit out to center ice. White will pick it up for the Stars and roll it ahead to back. Back up over the Red Wing line. Ansel all over him, trying to steal the puck away. Into the corner, and Viro will pick it up and wing it across to Biaka Batuka. Off a stick to the Dallas blue line. White threads it out to center ice. And now it's turned over, moving in. Here's a chance right there by Mitchell Martin for the Wings, and that one's partially deflected wide of the goal. White, the blue liner for Dallas, moves it out the back. Now quickly Damiani cuts inside over the Red Wing line. Still controls into the right circle. Hammers it around the boards into the corner. Bartow off the bench on a change, throws it over on the right side. Past to Strangis. In front, a redirection by Stankoven wide of the right goal post. Another good opportunity for the Dallas Stars. Bartow steps in with a shot, and that's blocked by the Red Wing player out in front. Ansel, and now out the center ice. Quickly Bartow back across the Red Wing line. Drops it right side. Stankoven with a chance, and Bednar again with a save. He's been tested, the Red Wing netminder. Dallas getting their opportunities. They've got 13 shots on Bednar here in the opening period. The Red Wings have just 3. On Poirier, here's another backhand try right out in front. And 2 of those 3 shots by the Red Wings came on the power play. We've got a minute to go. Poirier to stick it to the side of his own net. Bartow picking it up on the backhand, rolls it up the right wing. Out to center ice, and it's flipped up to the Detroit blue line. Stars keep it in. Here's a chance off to the side. Moved out in front, broken up. And cross Hannes. Got it back into his own zone. Edmondson, feed pass. It bounces over the stick of Piercy, who was out at center ice. Just couldn't control that feed from Edmondson. He controls that feed. He probably has a breakaway. Now the Stars come back 3-on-1. Johnson out of Blumel. Moves in. Pass across. Knocked away by Bednar. In front. Bork with a chance. Bednar the save. A lot of traffic, and finally a quick whistle by the referee. Boy, when you see guys like Wyatt Johnson, Blumel, Stankoven coming in, you kind of hold your breath a little bit, because those are guys that can put the puck in on a regular basis. Bednar's been terrific here in the opening period. He's faced 14 Dallas shots, and he has stopped them all. So we're down to 16 seconds. Late changer by the Dallas Stars. Carroll heading over to the bench. Face-off circle to the right of Bednar. Wyatt Johnson in for the face-off against Lombardi of Detroit. Adjustment by the Stars White. Red Wings fail to clear it out after it's played back in behind the goal. Albert Johansson fires it down the ice. 6 seconds to go in the period. Foot race to Taiev, but White got there first, and it's an icing call assessed against Detroit. Well, it's been a pretty good period for the Dallas Stars. They've been in that Red Wing zone, and Bednar has been tested. And a couple of times right out in front, the Stars have had chances, but get a look at the Johansson hit right here as Ertel was along the near boards, and Johansson just lowered the boom on him. From the draw, the puck goes to the right side, and off the side boards, there goes the horn, and the first period of play ends here in Traverse City. A scoreless tie, but the Red Wing netminder, Bednar, has been terrific, stopping all 14 shots that was fired at him in the early goings, and especially in this first period as he takes a swig from the water bottle. And entertaining hockey game here in the first period. And again, the Stars out shooting the Red Wings 14-3. And there's a scoreless tie here in the opening period. Dallas had some really good opportunities there out in front of the goaltender Bednar in that opening period. Blumel was impressive for Dallas, getting a couple of opportunities. Damiani early on for the Dallas Stars had some opportunities as well. Both teams had a power play chance. And as I mentioned, the Red Wings, actually when Dallas had the power play, Red Wings had a couple of good opportunities. Didn't get a shot on goal while shorthanded. But of the 3 shots on goal that the Red Wings had, 2 of them came on the power play. And again, we mentioned yesterday the Red Wing power play was terrific, as they were really good for the Red Wings yesterday. As we go downstairs, Daniela Bruce is standing by with her special guest.
Thank you, Ken. That's right. Jeremy Biaka-Batuka joining me after the first period of play. And I'm here to ask you first, you were a late addition to this prospect tournament roster. How did that all come down, and how did you end up here today?
I got a call from my agent about 1 week before the camp. And he said that they wanted me in Detroit, so I said, you know, well, why not? And I heard it's a good organization, good place, so, you know, I'm happy to be here.
Yesterday you made quite the impact, having 2 assists and logging a +3 by the end of the game. How'd you feel in that first game of play?
Yeah, I think it was a good game. You know, when you're at an NHL camp, you know, you're trying to make a good first impression. And, you know, I just played my game yesterday, worked hard, and played for the team. And, yeah, I had that game, so, yeah.
A solid first period here, coming out with 0-0 tie, and it was very strong, tough, battling first period. What do you feel you guys need to do in the second to hopefully capitalize and get one?
Yeah, I think, you know, we should, you know, skate more behind our D a little bit more. I think, you know, the boys were a little bit, you know, stressed at the beginning of that game. You know, it's a new team, you know, new players and everything. But, you know, I think in the second and the third it will be easier, you know, with all the stress gone and everything, and our legs are moving now, so.
And just one more quick one for you. I saw you paired with Emil Viro there at the end of the period and really all period long. How do you like playing with him? I know he's an exciting prospect for Red Wings fans.
Yeah, he's a really good guy on and off the ice. You know, he's really talented too. Good player, and it's fun to play with him, and I'm honored, yeah.
All right, well, thank you. Best of luck.
Yeah,
Back to you, Ken.
All right, Daniela, thank you very much. Tonight's stream is presented by Huntington Bank. We're in the first intermission. Scoreless tie between the Red Wings and the Dallas Stars. Daniela Bruce will be upstairs with me again, and we'll talk with Dan Cleary. That's coming up next. Stay tuned.
Welcome back into Center Ice Arena here in Traverse City, Michigan for the 2022 Prospect Tournament presented by Huntington Bank. Ken and I are now joined by the Red Wings Director of Player Development, Daniel Cleary, whichever one he wants to go by today. I think I'm going Danny. I think it's a Danny tournament, actually.
Thank you, Daniela. We'll go Danny.
Okay, we'll go Danny. Well, let's start with this. We have a game and a third under the belt here. What have you thought of your prospects so far?
I thought the guys have played excellent, to be honest. I thought their first game, I thought they really played well. I was even talking to Ben. I thought the guys looked like they've been practicing and playing together for weeks, not just one day. Guys looked good. It was encouraging. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. The first period was okay. I thought we played well. I didn't think we played good the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I liked when I talked to you just before we came on the air. You said, I'm just trying to help the Red Wings get a little bit better. How difficult is your role, or what do you like about your role the best as Director of Player Development?
Yeah, it's fun. I think the thing I like about the most, I think, is the maturation process of these guys. You know, you get them at the draft at 18 years old, and, you know, you see them down the rink 3-4 years later, they're, you know, wheeling around like big shots. You know, you're just like, oh, yeah, I remember. So that's a fun, unique thing. So that's been great. And then, you know, you work with so many different personalities and, you know, come from different backgrounds. Yeah, it's cool.
You mentioned the chemistry of the team, and that's something that we talked about yesterday, that it looked like they'd been playing together a lot longer than they have been. What does that speak to? Is it the character of the guys that you guys are drafting? Is it the coaching staff, or what do you attribute that to?
It's a good question. I mean, I think we have good skill.
Yeah.
You know, skill likes to play with skill. I think, obviously, Ben and the coaches did a great job of getting these guys prepped. I know it was only one day. Maybe the line combos is a good play. The thing, though, a lot of these kids spend the summer in Detroit together, so there has been some familiarity in terms of just, even if some guys have become really close friends off the ice, which is great to see. So I have no answer why, but they look good.
You like it, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, it's amazing you mentioned that, because I know when you played for the Red Wings, you were kind of the guy that got everybody together, whether you're on the plane having a contest of some kind or maybe going golfing or something like that. You get the guys together. Cross Hanna seems like he's the guy for Detroit.
Yeah, I love Cross. Him and Edmondson are like, they have a legit romance going.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Bromance? Okay, wait, that's big words here. Edmondson and Hanna, it's a bromance. Note that, everybody. I love it, though.
Yeah, like every time they see each other, they hug.
Is that right?
I think so. I was like, Cross, what's going on here? And he's like, oh, we just love each other. Love Simon.
Speaking of Simon Edmondson, a lot of the fans are interested about him and his development. What can you tell the fans about Edmondson?
I thought Simon played okay in the first, and I thought he played really well in the second, third of the first game. And I think he's looked good in the first here. There was a couple of things, but Simon, he to me looks strong, looks good. He's happy, he's skating real well. He's only going to get better as we get going on here in training camp. And he's ready to go. He seems real focused.
How about Sebastian Cosa? When we talked to you before the tournament, we talked about how he struggled in front of management staff, whether it be prospect tournament last year or development camp this year, but he came out and had a great period and a half yesterday. He stopped 17 of 18, and Ken and I were talking about how that can build his confidence, but he looked really good. It almost looked like a different goaltender.
I agree.
Yeah?
I think we said the exact same thing. He looks real confident. He looks much more, we all sit right above him, like it can be intimidating. I get what, but I'm happy for him. It was a good start for him. I think Yan played great.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Great first period.
I mean, so it's good. It's a good start for our guys. I'm really happy for him. I mean, listen, everyone wants to see them do well.
And so did Andrew Oak. I feel like we can't leave him out of the mix either. He
don't.
came in yesterday cold. We haven't stopped talking about the 3-on-1 stop right when he got in the game. Yeah.
Us too. We're like, that's, but he's a battler. He's somehow he finds a way to keep the pucks out. We really like Andrew, so real happy to have him here.
Another play that looks like he skates well and he makes a good pass out of his first zone, and I haven't really seen him up until now, is Biaka Batuka. What's your overall assessment of him and how he's played?
I happened to get a good look at him because we had Oscar in Charlottetown, so he was playing in Charlottetown. He got traded there later in the year, so I got to see him play later as the playoff run was going in Charlottetown. I thought he's looked really good. He's big. I've got to meet him. I just know he's big. He's seems like a really nice guy. He had a couple assists last game. He seemed to be fine moving around. We have so many, new faces here that aren't drafted. They're just invites, which is, you get to see them. He's one of them. And, I thought a lot of those guys played well.
Dan, the number that stands out to me when he was playing in Charlottesville, not that he put up a boatload of numbers, but he was plus 29 on the season. And when you're not getting points, that says a lot about you and how you play defensively, right?
Yeah, he's a defender. There's no doubt. And, he they had a real nice team there last year in Charlottetown. I don't know.
Charlottetown.
Yeah, that's East Coast. So but they had a nice team, and he's a legit defender, and he looks good. That was my first time meeting him was the other day at the rink, but keep watching.
All right, you mentioned the free agent invitees and how cool it is to get them here for the prospect tournament. One that had to catch your eye yesterday, Riley Piercy with a 4-goal game. We saw what we liked about him yesterday, but what caught your eye about Riley? Why was he here at prospect tournament?
So when we're doing this process, I knew that we needed a bunch of different players because we just didn't have enough people to fill a roster. So, our scouts in, whether it be the OHL, WHL, Quebec League, I was just, on them January, February, March, just start to identify players that you might think might not get drafted, maybe a little bit older, kind of fell through a seam. So our OHL, Kelly Harper was like, hey, there's a couple. Here's a list of names. I was like, okay, so just watch some video. And then I went and watched that Flint-Windsor series, and he played in Flint. And he just caught my eye. There was one game, but they were losing. I think, honestly, me and Drapes were there, and they were losing, I think, either 3-0 or 4-0. He gets in this fight, and he kind of, he's got the hands going like, one of those kids. And they came back and won. I was like, gee, I really like this kid. But he's got nice talent. He's got good hands. He's a big guy. I like Riley a lot. And he certainly had a great game, 4 goals. He's playing with good players. He was thrilled, but he's got a really cool personality. Have you guys talked to him?
I have not talked to Riley
you should.
yet.
Super fun guy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
What about Drew Warren? What can you tell us about him?
He's been good. I like Drew a lot. He's a little bit older guy. He had like the last half in GR. Really nice guy, smart guy, good skater. He's going to be a nice player for us in Grand Rapids this year.
All right, Dan. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to join us for today's stream. A lot of exciting games left coming up for the Red Wings, so thank you. I know you're busy.
Oh, my God. Yeah, anytime.
How's life on the Rock?
Great. I go home every I go home every summer for 2 weeks.
Do you still have your camp up there?
Yeah. Lots of kids.
Dan to help you out or what? Anybody?
No.
You going to invite us to your camp one year? I think it's time we get the invite.
Like I had Bert there this year, Commodore. We have a great time. We go fishing. Are you kidding? We have a great time.
Like I said, sounds like we need the invite here.
Beautiful. Late July.
Sounds
my
good.
15th year next year.
We'll keep it open.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hold you to that next year. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back with more for the Traverse City Prospect Tournament. We're back inside Center Ice Arena here in Traverse City, Michigan for the 2022 Prospect Tournament presented by Huntington Bank. And it's just back to me and Ken now. We had some great guests there during the first intermission. Dan Cleary's awesome, breaking down some of the stuff that they see during the Prospect Tournament when the Manit team is watching. So a lot of fun to talk to him.
Well, it's amazing the stories behind the scenes. And, Danny was talking about how he had to put a list together just to fulfill the roster here.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's got some pretty good players. And as he mentioned, the coaching staff did a really good job to get these guys playing. Looks like they've been playing together for a while.
Yeah, and it has to be a tough job because a lot of the European prospects, like a Marco Kasper, starts in his pro league, so they can't come play in the Prospect Tournament. And there's a lot of guys like that are playing pro over in Europe.
Absolutely. And just going over the first period, the goaltending always seems to be, so far in this tournament, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Jan Bednar has just been terrific. He made some outstanding saves on guys like Stankoven and Wyatt Johnson had a couple of chances, too, for the Dallas Stars, and he stopped all 14 shots. Red Wings got to get the offense going, though. They've only had 3 shots on goal.
Yeah, I don't know what those goaltenders are doing or how they're warming up, but all 3 of them have played well so far in this tournament.
Well, those goalies, they keep you in the hockey game, right? And that's what Jan Bednar has been doing for Detroit.
Yeah, that's their job, coming up with big saves.
All right, here we go. Second period action. Semenoff after the puck in Edmonson rides him in along the boards. Barton slams it around the right side. Hannes let it come to the trailer. Now a feed past Piercy. 1-on-1. Poked away from him. Good defensive play by White, the defenseman for the Dallas Stars. They shoot it back into the Red Wing zone. Karlstrom heads back after it. Edmondson got there first. The big defenseman for Detroit. Icing is called right off the get-go here in the second period. Scoreless tie 19:26 the second period.
How about the bromance? That was the biggest news that we got from Dan Cleary, a bromance between Simon Edmondson and Cross Hannes. You like it, though. You love that they are building that chemistry. If they do play together, that's nothing but good things, right?
Well, that's another new feature I think we can have on our
I think
Detroit Red Wing website.
Exactly. I hope our social team is listening right now because that'd be a good one.
You can call it the bromance.
Ooh, we're on to something, Ken. Our fans are going to like that one, too. They might hold you to it.
Just don't give out any roses as Lombardi comes on the line, pass across, and Soderblom scores! The crowd cheers here in Traverse City. Soderblom with the goal after getting a beautiful feed. Poirier was beaten. It's 1-0 Detroit. Time of the goal here in the second period for the Red Wings, 53 seconds.
Well, that's exactly what the Red Wings want to see from Elmer Soderblom, the big winger coming in to play in the tournament for the second time, actually. It's been a few years, but he's definitely gotten bigger, stands at 6'8". We questioned not really his scoring ability, but his puck handling abilities and what we were going to see from him. Awesome to see him get on the board, especially given the Red Wings a 1-0 lead here at the beginning of the second period.
33 points in 52 games played last year. And the crowd cheering as they make the announcement on the goal by Soderblom.
And the word on Woodward before the tournament, Dan Cleary talked about Elmer Soderblom and said that he really came on in the back half of the year in Frölunda. He took over some first unit power play responsibilities and he started to score more, find the back of the net. So they were impressed with his second half of the year.
You know, and it all starts with that great goaltending, too.
Of course, yes. Making a save.
Stars had so many great opportunities in the first period. Bednar kept the team in the game, and now the early goal by Detroit, and the Red Wings lead 1-0. Shot from the left side, saved by Bednar, rebound into the corner. Stars go after it. That's Oscar Back. Lombardi all over his man Back. Back moves it in behind the goal. Damiani with a shot, sent it right out in front on the rebound after the save made by Bednar. Scrambly play out in front of the Red Wing goal. Now it's lifted out to center. Soderblom, 6'8" forward, moves that puck softly into the corner. Barteau softened up the body check by Amadeus Lombardi. Lombardi let it go. Now it's poked out to center ice, and here comes Bork back the other way. Crosses the Red Wing blue line in pursuit to Taiev. Put on the brakes, slots it in front off the stick of a Red Wing player. Bliss picking it up in the corner for Detroit. 1-0 favor of the Red Wings. Wings scoring on their first shot of the second period. From the line, here's a chance. A shot taken by Kyrou. He's flexing his stick as that one knocked away into the corner. And it comes out to center. Kyrou tapped it back in, and that play is way offside as Bork touches that puck inside the Detroit zone. Now to Taiev, we mentioned he looked really good yesterday. Didn't generate a point, but he did pick up an assist on this last goal by Soderblom.
Yeah, it was a very pretty play, too. Great finish by Soderblom, but it started with the passes.
Wings lead 1-0. Limpar Lance out there for Detroit. Bliss is on the wing, and also out there for Detroit is Ivan. Battle for the puck in the left corner in the Dallas zone. Barton pinches in. It's poked away from him. Comes right down below us at center. Kyrou got it back over the Red Wing line. Hustling after it. That is Caro, the defenseman. For the Stars, it's knocked loose into that left face-off circle. Comes back to Kyrou at the blue line. Kyrou to the right side. One-time shot right there by Justin Hurtel. That one wide to the goal. Now the Wings come back out to center ice. Pass across, broken up. Following up, though, here is Ivan moving in on a backhand try, and Poirier in a crouch position comes up with the save. He was on both goalie pads when he made that glove hand save.
Can add an assist for Amadeus Lombardi on that goal, too. So Taiev and Lombardi picking up the assist for Elmer Soderblom's great finish to give the Red Wings a 1-0 lead.
Lombardi's been a little snake bit so far in the tournament. He had a really good opportunity yesterday. We talked about that at length, and then even today he hit the side of the goal.
Yeah, he took a beautiful pass from Elmer Soderblom. Actually, a great setup and hit the side of the net. He might be trying a little too hard, Ken. Loosen up the grip, right?
Well, he picked up an assist, as you mentioned, and the points are coming for him. Again, he looked really good in the development camp.
Right.
Puck broken up on a little bit of a miscue. Hurtel off to the side of the goal. Now Edmondson took a chop at it. Puck bounces into the left circle. A little scrambly play off to the side of the Red Wing goal. Stars trying to make something happen down in that zone. Morrison plays it around the boards, hustling to keep it in. Grushnikov with a shot, looking for a tip in front. Didn't get it. White checked in along the boards. Big body check by Martin for the Red Wings. Out of the pile now, trying to bring it out in front with a good move, Morrison. He was stepped into, and now Zito steers the puck out to the Dallas line. The Stars will shoot it back into the Red Wing end.
Good work in front of the net from the Red Wings defenseman. You see Simon Edmondson out there with Seth Barton right now. They did have a little miscue causing that action in their own end, but recovered nicely.
Zito over the Dallas line with a quick shot, low to the ice, kicked away with the right goalie pad of Poirier. Wings on top, 1-0. We're in the second period here in Traverse City. Wings trying to make it 2-0 after a good victory over a good Columbus team yesterday. Johansson moves it ahead. Warad up across the Dallas line, drops it back. Cross Hannes moves in. Stick handles. He was checked off the puck at the last second just when he was ready to pull the trigger. Grushnikov checked his man in along the board. Stankoven in deep for the Stars. Now Dallas will come away with it and move it out to center ice. Karlstrom to the Detroit line, had it batted away, and the Red Wings trying to catch him, and coming back though, Carlson retrieved the puck at the Red Wing, or at the Dallas blue line. Out to center ice, Warren picking it up, steers it over the line to Piercy, hands it off. Here's Cross Hannes moving in with a shot, and Poirier, the save, rebound, scores! And they're waving it off. No goal.
Looks like a high stick call.
Yep. Saying it was knocked down with a high stick. We'll have to take a look at the replay at this, but looked like the Wings had a 2-0 lead, but it's still 1-0.
Regardless of the call there, a nice play by Cross Hannes. Takes the original shot and follows it up. It looked like he buried his own rebound, but they're calling the high stick and no goal.
Well, he's a sniper, Hannes. He had a really good season last year in the Western Hockey League. Face-off moves out to center ice. Parent goal nullified, and now Barteau from the draw picks it up to the side of the Dallas goal. Now they turn it over, Lombardi to Taiev. Now to Soderblom with a shot, and he actually hit Poirier in the mask with that one. So Soderblom trying to make it 2-0. Scored the first goal, sticks it off to the side of the Dallas net. Again, the Red Wings playing much better early in the second period after only getting 3 shots on goal in the first. They've taken it to the Dallas Stars along the near wing. That is to Taiev, playing it off a skate. Now it's scooped out the center. Damiani trying to split the Red Wing defense. Vero and Yakubatuka helping out though, and Yakubatuka handles the puck in behind the Detroit goal.
Cross Hannes with 3 shots on net today. Elmer Soderblom with 2, each of them with some solid scoring opportunities here in the last few minutes.
Soderblom will pick it up and rifle it off the glass into the far corner. Caro after the puck dumps it around the boards to Kyrou. Dallas defenseman moves it out to Strangis at center ice. Knocked down by Edmondson. Damiani spun around. Edmondson scooping it up for Detroit. Back come the Red Wings, 4-on-2. Can they catch him? Edmondson over the line, cuts in, has an opportunity, and he tried to jam it home short side. Poirier the save. Taiev moves in with a shot, and that one's off the crossbar. And the rebound skips into the protective netting. 2 golden opportunities for Detroit.
Kirill Taiyev's reaction to that going off of the bar. He wanted that one, but a great shot. And look at Simon Edmondson showing us how he can get involved in the offensive play.
Boy, this period is unlike the first. Red Wings have really come out and taken it to the Dallas Stars. They get the goal by Soderblom. They've had at least 2 or 3 other good chances to score. Edmondson stays out there for Detroit. Now it's rolled into the corner. Bliss for the Red Wings, checked by Grushnikov. Johnston handles it, moves it ahead to Blumel along the near wing. Now to White. White poked off the puck by Ivan. Ivan chases White in around the goal, moves it out to center. White does. Slides into the Detroit zone, and after it for the Red Wings, Seth Barton. He is checked by Bork along the corner boards. Play is back to behind the Detroit net. Steered up the right wing. Out to center ice, and White will pick it in front of the penalty box. Johnston taps it over the Detroit line. Edmondson fires it across, and here come the Wings back the other way. Seth Barton throws it into the middle of the ice. Johnson knocked it over for the Dallas Stars. Ansel covers up out at center as they work for the puck. Johnson dug it loose, and now it's picked up there by Murray, and he will steer it up the left wing. Have a bad pass right there as the Wings were all over it. Now it's lifted ahead. Second effort out to center ice, Ertel. Knocked to the ice by Martin. Shot into the Detroit end. Oscar Plandowski will pick it up for the Red Wings. He'll move it up the right side. I love the way that Plandowski skates, Daniela.
Yeah, he's great. He's actually really good throughout this tournament. Very smooth.
Ansel rolls the puck into the corner in the Dallas zone. Red Wings on top 1-0 after the goal by Elmer Soderblom. Into the slot. Zito was waiting for that centering attempt. It rolls off into the corner. Now jammed along the boards by Jacob Murray, the Dallas defenseman. Morrison helps out for the Stars, rolls it to Murray and behind the Dallas goal, and he'll bring it up the ice, roll it ahead to Morrison. 3-on-2 over the line. Morrison steps a shot, and it went off of Bednar into the protective netting.
Well, the pace of this period much better for the Red Wings. They're playing a lot faster, really taking it to the Stars throughout this whole tournament.
And again,
whole period.
You talk about goalkeeping, and we talk about it all the time. They can really save the day for you, and we saw it in the first period, and Bednar was just terrific. Save after save. He gave the Red Wings a lift, and now it's 1-0 Detroit, and the Red Wings have come out here and taken it to the Dallas Stars in the second period. Karlstrom for Dallas, trying to move it away from Emil Viro. Out to center ice it comes. Yakubatuka, look out. He was stepped in, but absorbed that hit from Caro as he tried to knock him down just inside the Dallas blue line. Stankoven out at center now will carry it over the blue line.
Yakubatuka, obviously the interview in the first intermission, he seemed very excited to be here at the Red Wings Prospect Tournament and had great things to say about Emil Viro as well, which is always good to see.
You always get the best out of those players, I'm telling you.
That's right.
Carlson trying to reach in. It was knocked away. Carlson again at the blue line, brought it back out, shot it in, and that play is offside. Carlson not happy about that, but reaching the halfway point of the hockey game, and it's 1-0 Detroit. Really, the Red Wings skating hard here in the second period, and for the most part have controlled the action against the Dallas Stars. The man who scored, Soderblom, out there right now. He is going to take his position on the wing.
It's hard to make Simon Edmondson look small, but Elmer Soderblom does that.
Well, you look at the way the Red Wings have drafted over the last couple of years, it just seems like no matter if you're a goaltender, a defenseman, or forward, you're over 6'3".
Yeah, I got a couple jokes on Twitter about me needing a step stool to do the player interviews, and I don't think I'm opposed to that. We might need to get one for me next time.
Players can bend over. They can crouch down a little bit.
Honestly,
Daniela.
They could probably get on a knee and they'd be just about my height. So,
well, maybe the audio department can get you one of those boom mics now. You can be interviewed with. Puck lifted down into the Detroit end, and Barton will pick it up for the Wings and lit up the right side. It's tapped the length of the ice. Must be an icing call. Barteau goes in after it. Approaching the halfway mark of the second period. 10-11 to go. 1-0 Detroit. 18 shots by the Dallas Stars. And Jan Bednar looks like he's going to get lifted here. And we're going to see Oak. As just like the Red Wings did, Danielle, in that first game. And listen to this crowd giving Jan Bednar a nice round of applause. And definitely he earned it here tonight.
That he did. Here's a word of advice to our Red Wings, though. Let's not start Oak's appearance today with a 3-on-1 situation, all right?
Well, we know he can stop it, right?
That's true. They do trust him back there.
Cosa did the job yesterday in his half a period of play, and Oak came in and did really good as well as he allowed just one goal. Soderblom up the right side, moves in over Dallas line on White. Manhandles him a little bit, moved back in the line off the bench on a change. Oscar Plandowski with a shot and a block of save, made in goal by Poirier. Soderblom tried to make a move. Penalty coming up here to the Dallas Stars as they touch the puck. Johnston in the near circle. So the second power play of the game for the Red Wings coming up.
Ken, all period long, I really have liked the line of Elmer Soderblom, Amadeus Lombardi, and Kirill Taiev. They seem to be making a lot happen offensively, and they're drawing penalties like they just did.
This is the second power play for the Red Wings, Daniela, and the Stars have had one-man advantage here in the hockey game. So let's see what the coaching staff puts out here. Looks like Limpar Lance will be in the middle. Piercy, who had the 4-goal game yesterday, takes his position on the left side. And on the right side, it looks like you got Ivan, and handling the points to Taiev, who's normally a forward, playing left point, and Albert Johansson is on the right.
Albert Johansson, we talked about his game yesterday. He was a -2 and didn't have too many standout plays, but hoping he can have a steady game here. Good to see him getting some power play time as well.
Taiev couldn't handle that hot potato at the blue line. That puck reaches the Detroit zone, and Johansson scooping it up for the Wings. Here he comes, Red Wing defenseman. Moves it ahead to Taiev. Now to Ivan up across the Dallas line. Slowed up a bit along the far boards there. Wings hold it in at the line. Taiev moves into the outside rim of the left circle. Tried the cross-crease pass, broken up, and it's poked out to center ice. Johansson has it for Detroit. Minute 25 to go in the Red Wing power play. 1-0 lead for Detroit. Here they come to Taiev on the attack. Over the down line. Moves into the right circle. On the brakes, blew a tire, and then allows the Dallas Stars to pick it up. And wheeling it, Stankoven in a penalty-killing role delivers it the length of the ice.
I always love the fans here in Traverse City getting a Let's Go Red Wing chants going. Even before the preseason, we hear them, and it's a good sound, Ken. It's nice to hear.
Lombardi now with a feed in front, and that one's off his stick, rolls to the right side. Well, good play to hold it in by Soderblom, but then stealing the puck. That's back. Oscar back, dropping it back, killing more time on the clock. And it's finally rifled out the center. Hit the linesman. A break for Detroit. Cross Hannes up across the line. See if the Red Wings can capitalize on this. Bounced it to Edmondson. Nice pass. Lombardi with a feed through traffic. Trying to turn around, shoot the puck right there, but unable to get the shot away was Jeremy Biakabutuka. Edmondson holds it in. Sends it over to Cross Hannes. Right face-off circle. Lugs his way into the corner, then turned it over to Grushnikov, who plays it away from Edmondson. And down the ice it goes. 20 seconds left in the Red Wing man advantage.
Rare turnover for Cross Hannes there. We've seen it throughout the tournament. He likes that spot in the right circle. I was looking for him to shoot.
Last chance on the power play. Soderblom down the middle. Fired the shot right to the chest protector of Poirier, who will hang on to it. And just 6 seconds to go in the Red Wing man advantage.
Solid penalty killing for Dallas, to credit there. We saw them a pretty successful penalty kill. Actually, a very successful penalty kill. The Red Wings didn't score earlier in this game, and they do it again here. Well, 6 seconds left.
Danielle, is so good to see Jim Mill. He was a former Red Wing manager. We're assistant manager to Ken Holland for many years here in Detroit. Now he is the general manager in Dallas, and just a fun guy to talk to, and he gives us a lot of information, and always good to see him here, and he loves this tournament in Traverse City.
You know, that's the first time I've met Jim Mill and had a conversation with him. Great guy. All the good things I've heard are true. And he has some kids that went to Michigan State, so he's rooting for Sparty tonight, too.
Michigan State football team taking on Washington today, right?
It's a big game.
Of course, our Regner is watching our stream, and he's happy about those University of Michigan Wolverines and their big victory.
Oh, yes, that was a victory they should have, though. They definitely put the beat down on UConn. And he texted me about it. Don't you worry, Ken.
Sure
always does.
But we'll see. Art, he'll be up here on Wednesday, and I know he misses it. He really does. Back to the line it comes. Cairo with a shot through traffic. Morrison in front, trying to redirect it home. Morrison to the line. Cairo again. Thought about shooting. Instead, shoots it in front. And there's that traffic, Daniela, right out in front of Oak, the Red Wing net behind it. Bednar was terrific, and now the play is whistled down.
I was going to say the Red Wings have been good in front of their goaltenders. We talked about that. Obviously, our goaltenders are having a great tournament, but in front of them, even in the crease, like right outside of the crease, they're definitely playing well and defending well in that area, making it a little easier for their goaltenders.
I've always said if you've got a good defensive team and you can defend well and your goalkeepers are keeping you in the hockey game, you're going to win a lot of games. And that's something that the Red Wings want to do. They gave up 312 goals last year, and they want to really make sure going into this season that they're better defensively all around.
Yeah, whether we've been talking to Coach Derek Lalone or Steve Yzerman, getting down that goals against and improving team defense has been the message that they've been sending to us fans and that we hope we can see when the season starts.
The stream is presented by Huntington Bank. Glad you're in tune. 1-0 lead for Detroit. Soderblom the goal scorer for the Wings. 6:16 to play here in the second period. Shot take from the right side by Klandowski, and it's turned away. Look out, here they come 2-on-1 the other way. Stankoven over the line to Semenoff, and a good defensive play by Albert Johansson, knocking that pass away. The rebound to the front of the goal, and Oak covers up.
And a little chippy, here goes Piercy.
Piercy getting a couple right hands in to the back of the head of the Dallas Stars player. Really landed one right there. We talked to Dan Cleary, and he said in the playoff game, he's gotten through a fight, and got the crowd going, and he raises his hand to the crowd here, gets a standing ovation. Gavin White was the recipient of those hits by Piercy.
I see him give a thumbs up to the crowd, too, as he's walking away. A little thumbs up, make some noise. I love Riley Piercy's energy.
No fighting majors will be assessed. And Piercy getting the best of Gavin White, the defenseman for the Dallas Stars, in that exchange. Take a look at the thumbs up by he won the fight.
Oh, yep, he's asking for more. He likes the miss. I'm telling you, though, as soon as he got up, he went this. Maybe he was letting everybody know his hands good. His hands are good. He didn't get hurt on the fight.
I'm sure White has a couple of lumps on the side of his head as the Dallas Stars win draw. Cairo with a shot, bad save by Oak. Well, let's see if Red Wings can get on the attack here, or maybe that fight gives the Dallas Stars some life. Crowd loved it, that exchange. Cairo picking up for Dallas, drops it back. Hit by the Red Wing forward. That time was Pasquale Zito. You know, when you're down to get your interview, right before that interview, here's a shot right out in front, and they score. That's Strangis from right out in front of the goal, popped it under the crossbar. And the Dallas Stars have tied up this game 1-1. Strangis, a native of Plymouth, Michigan, right out in front of the goal, popped it under the crossbar to tie the game.
Strangis had 84 points in 60 games in the OHL last season. He's a 2020 fourth-round pick, and hey, he gave it to the crowd a little bit here at Center Ice Arena after scoring that goal, mocking Riley Piercy's move, asking for them to make some noise. Obviously, it wasn't very loud after that one.
Right before he scored, I was mentioning maybe the fight gives Dallas a little bit of a lift, or if it could give some momentum to Detroit.
Well, let's be honest here. This game has been pretty evenly matched. The Red Wings have had the edge here in the second period, but the first period was a lot of Dallas, and they had a lot of scoring chances. It's been a very, very good competitive game.
So the game is tied 1-1 after the goal by Strangis. Here is Blumel up across the line. He shoots the puck, and that was blocked by the Red Wing defenseman, Emil Viro. Wing steal, right side to Taiev. Crafty player moves it up the right side to Lombardi. Out to center ice he comes. He'll dump it away from Jacob Murray into the corner. Goes after it for Detroit. Lombardi. It's tapped away from him. Now Bork flips it over the Red Wing line. Foot race for the puck. Johnson's going to get there first. Viro rides him in along the corner boards. Yakabatuka hands it off to Lombardi. Yakabatuka trying to get it free. Now the Stars steal. Here's a quick snapper right there by Johnston. Wyatt Johnston, and that one off into the protective netting to the side of Oak, the Red Wing netminder. 23 shots on goal by Dallas in the game. 11 for the Red Wings. 1-1 is our score with 4:35 to go in the second period.
Shots looking a little lopsided in favor of Dallas right now, Ken, but it doesn't feel that way during this game. As I mentioned, very hard-fought battles, and both teams have had some grade A scoring chances, capitalizing on one apiece.
You know, Danielle, it was good to talk to Dan Cleary, and he was a part of some of those Red Wing Stanley Cup championship teams, and we got the reunion coming up.
That we do.
In November.
What an exciting weekend that's going to be. November 3rd and 5th, celebrating the 1997 and 1998 Stanley Cup championship. 25 years, Ken. Can you believe that?
Doesn't seem like it was that long ago. But the fans are going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy seeing some of the players, and it'd be nice to interview a lot of those Stanley Cup champions as they come into Hockey Town. A lot of great memories, right, for all those Red Wing fans over the years.
A ton of great memories. Steve Yzerman bringing the cup back to Detroit. Something worth celebrating.
Hannes trying to make a move and get the shot away. A penalty coming up right now as the play is whistled down deep in the Dallas zone, and slashing will be the call. And I believe the Stars will be getting the gate, and this will be their third minor penalty of the hockey game. Caro will be getting the gate for Dallas, and the Red Wings will go on the power play.
It's a big power play for Detroit here to wrap up the end of the period. Hopefully they can go ahead.
Set up the Red Wing power play for you. Soderblom, who has the lone Red Wing goal, take his position on the left side. We had a power play goal yesterday. Will be the center iceman, Cross Hannes on the right wing. And then you've got Edmondson and Lombardi. Lombardi playing the point on the power play. We saw Taiev playing the point on the play for Detroit. Dropped unfairly. They'll do it again. Into the circle to the side of Poirier, the Dallas netminder.
Murray and Barteau picking up assists on Dallas's goal to tie this game at 1, just so fans are aware, that's Murray and Berteau getting the assists.
Already shot wide of the net. Now Edmondson handles it at the right point. Tried to play it across. Damiani broke it up. Tapped it out to center. Oscar Beck spun it back into the Red Wing zone. And now just a minute 40 to go in that Red Wing power play. 3:45 to go second period. And the game is tied 1-1. Edmondson head up in behind the Red Wing goal. Watch him closely. Karlstrom lays it up to Soderblom out to center ice. In over the blue line, fires it around the end boards. Warad in deep for Detroit. Hannes dug it loose, laid it back in the line to Edmondson. Screen shot, block. Rebound, Hannes turns, pulls the trigger. That's blocked out in front again. A lot of traffic in front of Poirier. Cross Hannes again, flips it into the high slot for Warad. Back to Hannes, hanging onto the puck, slings it over. Here's Lombardi with a shot, trying to go upstairs with it, off of Poirier's shoulder and into the protected netting.
Steady power play so far for the Red Wings. We're going to see their second unit coming on now. Kirill Taiev, Ivan, Limpar Lance, Trenton Bliss, Elber Johansson.
Well, the Wings have had some scoring opportunities. They'd like to crowd the net, and the Red Wings lose the face-off. Stars will pick it up and wheel it down the ice. Oak sets it up for Albert Johansson. Brings it down the middle, head up. Gets it over on the right side for Ivan. Onside over the line, back to Johansson. Left circle feed down low to Taiev. Bounced it off the boards to Johansson again. Cross ice feed broken up by Johnston. Gets it again, hands it off to Taiev, who skates into the corner. Behind the back feed to the line to Johansson. Shoots the puck, redirected by Bliss. He scores! Right out in front, he knocked it out of midair. Power play goal, Red Wings lead 2-1. And Bliss getting congratulated as he makes his way out in front of that Detroit bench. That's a big power play goal late in this period. 2:36 to go, and the Red Wings have taken their second lead of the game. So the faceoff comes out to center ice, and that's what you want. You get guys in front of the net, and they practice those tip drills all the time in practice, and that one paid off for Detroit. Second lead of the game. Crowd cheering the announcement of the Bliss goal on the power play, and it's 2-1 Red Wings. Morrison will dump the puck into the corner. Yakubatuka in after it. Moved it around the right side of the ice. Wings break out through traffic. Hansel has chopped off the puck. Morrison turned it over at the Detroit line. Hansel drops it back. Yakubatuka. Not a Zito to the trailer Martin. And that plays offside. Linesman wasn't there. Nope, he was there. And now the Red Wings tag up as the Stars bring it ahead. Big goal by Bliss on the power play, making it a 2-1 Red Wing lead. Oak off to the side of his own net, taking no chances. He will hang on. And we're going to take a look at that Bliss goal that gave Detroit that 2-1 lead on the power play. There's Taiev in the corner. Bliss was right out in front. He made a good behind-the-back play to the line, and Albert Johansson fired it. And right out in front, knocking it out of midair into the net was Bliss. He's a happy Red Wing. And it is a 2-1 game for Detroit. So that's the second assist of the game for Taiev. He also assisted on the Soderblom goal. And we mentioned that he had a pretty good game yesterday for Detroit. Didn't figure in the scoring, but tonight he's got 2 points in this 2-1 lead for the Red Wings. Minute 33 to go in the second period. Just a reminder, we want you to be at Little Caesars Arena for the opener coming up. And boy, what a matchup that's going to be, the Red Wings and the Montreal Canadiens. Canadiens got a little bit better this year, but you can't beat an opener between two original six teams. And I'd like to get your tickets and want to see you at Little Caesars Arena for the opener. We're going to try to get the goal scorer, Bliss, if we can, at the end of the period. Minute 3 to go. 2-1 Detroit. 13 shots by the Red Wings. They've got 2 goals. Puck comes out to center ice. Kyrou slings it across. Stars regroup. Taiev knocked down out at center ice, and the play is whistled down on the icing call, charged against the Dallas Stars, and that'll bring the faceoff all the way back into the Dallas end. Lots of good things to do here when you're in Traverse City, and boy, the lake was nice, beautiful. Boats were out in the harbor today. You know, a lot of people in the organization had a chance to get out and just relax a little bit and do their reading and just take in all the sunshine here on a beautiful day in Traverse City. Nice time of the year to come out here for Prospects Tournament and training camp. Landowski shoots it in. Poirier blocked it. In hard is Warhead, but taking the puck and steering it around the boards, Christian Kyrou. Half a minute to go in the second period, 2-1 Detroit. Again, the Red Wings forcing the issue in the Dallas zone. Damiani with a feed to Oscar back at center ice. To Damiani over the Red Wing line, cruising in. Left circle shot the puck, and that one bounced off the pad of Oak and into the Detroit net. So with just 19.7 seconds to go, a huge goal for the Dallas Stars, and they have tied up this game 2-2. Damiani with the goal. Take a look at it right here. Damiani from the left faceoff circle. Shot the puck, and I believe that hit the left goalie pad of Oak, the goaltender, and into the net behind him. And boy, those are killer goals to give up in the final minute of a period. Stars have never led in this hockey game. Red Wings have led twice, but now it's a 2-2 tie as the puck is shot down by Grushnikov into the Detroit zone. 5 seconds to go in the period. Red Wings bring it ahead, and Elviro out at center ice, charges over the Dallas line. There goes the horn as he tried to get away from the defenseman Barteau in that Dallas zone, and the period comes to a close. Evenly played hockey game for the most part. Both teams scoring a couple of times here in the second period. Soderblom and Bliss for the Red Wings. Bliss connected on the power play. Stranges and Damiani with the goals for the Dallas Stars. Shots on goal after 40 minutes, 25 by the Dallas Stars, and the Red Wings had 13 on Poirier, the Dallas Stars goaltender. Just in case you're tuning in, starting in goal for the Red Wings in this game was Jan Bednar. He was terrific. He stopped 18 shots in the first period and faced a barrage of shots and chances by the Dallas Stars. Really kept the Red Wings in the game. Soderblom made it 1-0. Stranges tied it up at 14:34. Bliss on the power play made it 2-1 on a redirection, and Damiani with the goal that tied it up with 20 seconds to go. All right, let's go downstairs. Daniela Bruce is standing by with her special guest.
Thank you, Ken. Trenton Bliss joining me now, one of the goal scorers for the Red Wings in that second period. About 4 minutes remaining in the period, and your team goes to the power play. How important was it for you to capitalize on that power play?
Yeah, you know, once they scored that goal, we had to answer, and then they took that penalty. It was a big opportunity for us being on the power play there, and, we took advantage, obviously. Not the way we want to end the period there, but we got 20 minutes left to go. We got to give it our all.
We had Dan Cleary join us on the stream during the first intermission, and he talked about the chemistry that you guys have seemed to build in such a short period of time. Yeah. Can you speak to that, just building the chemistry with your team?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a great group of guys. I mean, you can't say much more than that. It's a great group of guys that want to come to the rink every day and work hard, get better, and whether it's on the ice, off the ice, we're getting along great, and this experience has been phenomenal.
And you mentioned that you don't want to end the period that way, letting Dallas score late. How do you bounce back in the third period and make sure you change that momentum and hopefully come out with a win?
Yeah, I mean, it's 0-0. We got 20 minutes left to play, and we just got to keep getting shots on net. Keep building off that second. I think we had a really good second, and just keep going.
All right. Well, thank you, Trenton. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Ken, back to you.
Big power play goal by Trent Bliss. Good interview by Daniela Bruce, but late goal by Damiani, tying it up 2-2 after 40 minutes. Most of these games have been kind of blowouts, but both games the Red Wings have been involved in. Yesterday against Columbus and Dallas, really tight scoring affairs, so we're expecting a really good third period here in Traverse City. Again, our score after 40 minutes, a 2-2 tie between the Red Wings and the Dallas Stars. Tonight's stream is presented by Huntington Bank, and we'll be back with third period action after this.
the city. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we saw a lot.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was fun.
Yeah. All right. So we're back at the arena. I know you guys have some training to do, so I'll meet you guys at that. I'll see you in a couple weeks for training camp.
Takes a peek, comes out himself, the shot, oh! Four goals! Tyler Bertuzzi!
Ken, I heard you mentioning opening night without me up here, October 14th at Little Caesars Arena. Montreal Canadiens are in town. And boy, opening night is always so much fun. We'll have the whole red carpet event. And the building is always rocking, and it's something that all fans could be a part of. You can get your tickets at DetroitRedWings.com right now. We're under a month away.
I know you're going to be practicing your French, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Probably not. Don't expect that from me. What is it? Les boo, les boo.
Yeah, the goal.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
goal.
That's all I got.
I know you got to teach Art a little bit of them French lessons, too. I'm sure he's going to want to talk some French. But, yeah, opening night, always great. Original Six team. And what a rivalry over the years. I think both teams have played each other over 600 times in the regular season. And, you know, it's been pretty good. Some great players over the years that have donned both the Canadian sweater and the Detroit Red Wings sweater. So we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be a great opener. And, yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing, all the new players on this Red Wing team. And, Steve Yzerman was busy in the offseason acquiring talent, and guys like David Perron, and he'll be in the lineup, and, Kubalik and Sherratt, and the list goes on and on, Andrew Kopp. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Speaking of some new faces, Ken, there were two players that wore the A last year in Mark Stahl and Danny DeKeyser, some great veterans being the alternate captains. Who do you think is going to have the A this year? The A's, I should say, plural. That was one of our Twitter questions today from Bex, that Becca person. She's awesome. She's always sending stuff in on Twitter, a big Red Wings fan. So we're going to answer this for her, Ken. Who do you think it is? I've got mine picked out. So.
As much as I'd like to see Mo Seider get a captain, I think down the road he might be an A, and maybe, who knows, down the road, long time ago, he might be a captain on this Red Wing team. But I think you got to give it to a veteran player. So, I like to see veteran players get the A's, guys that work hard and stuff. And a guy like Andrew Kopp, to me, is a player that would be a good alternate captain for Detroit. Other players, David Perron, and he's been a leader in his whole career. He's really good. I think he's going to help offensively. And then the other guy you have to think about is maybe Tyler Bertuzzi, a guy that adds a lot of spark to the Red Wing team, and he had a really good year last year. And there's several veteran players that you could give the A to, but those are the three players I think that could have an A on their sweater.
I like the Andrew Kopp move, especially since Dylan Larkin and Andrew Kopp have a lot of chemistry playing together at Michigan. They were buddies there, so I think that could work really well. But I do think Mo Seider is going to get an A. I'm going out there to say it. He was excellent last season, obviously the Rookie of the Year in the NHL, and I remember watching him at this tournament, the Prospect Tournament, and how players tended to gravitate towards him. He was the leader on the ice. He has those leadership qualities. Doesn't matter how young he is. I think that he is going to get the A, and then the other player that gets the A is going to be the veteran presence, like an Andrew Kopp, a David Perron, a Tyler Bertuzzi. But I think Mo's getting an A. I'm saying it right here, right now.
Well, it wouldn't disappoint me if he does, but I just think that sometimes in the NHL you have to earn your stripes a little bit.
That's right. I mean, he's got to follow it up, right?
And the thing is veteran players that have been around the National Hockey League, they've earned their opportunity to wear a letter as well. Mm-hmm. And I think, like I said, guys like David Perron is a good opportunity for him and Andrew Kopp to wear that A.
Yeah, and when you look at the guys that wore it last year, Mark Stahl and Danny DeKeyser, they were great locker room guys, too. Leaders in the locker room, on and off the ice, and they had a lot of experience, right? They brought a lot of experience. They could help the guys with things that were off-ice issues, on-ice issues. So I see where you're going with it. I get it.
I always like when they were talking about Mario Lemieux, when he bought the Pittsburgh Penguins and became like the owner of the. They were asking him, is he going to wear the letter C or is it going to be CEO on his uniform? So, he had a lot to do with that Pittsburgh franchise. And again, they're a franchise. Whenever you have Sidney Crosby on that team, they're going to be playoff bound probably. But you know what? I think their window of opportunity is closing a little bit in that Metropolitan Division.
It probably is. That Metropolitan Division is pretty tough too. The Rangers coming out. It's a tough division to play in, definitely. I did want to ask you about this second period, though. Obviously not the ending the Red Wings wanted, with Dallas scoring with just 20 seconds remaining in the period, under 20 seconds. How do they have to come out here in the third?
Well, the Red Wings just have to do what they did in the second period. I thought the Dallas Stars took it to them in the first.
Yep.
Great goaltending by Bednar, but again, the Red Wings, the issue, and it was just a bad goal to give up in the final 20 seconds of a period. And, it was a save probably that Oak would want to have back. It bounced off his pad, went into the net. So bad break for Detroit. But again, the Red Wings have competed hard, and that's what I like. Win or lose, you want to make sure that this team is competing hard, and every player from top to bottom has given it 100% effort here tonight and really actually looked pretty good. Of all the games that were played so far in this tournament, most of them have been blowouts. But you look at the Red Wings, they were in a tight game against the Columbus Blue Jackets, managed to win that hockey game. They're in a 2-2 tie right now, and this is the closest, I think, that any team has been going into a third period in the tournament thus far. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, this game definitely has been the closest, but you mentioned the Red Wings winning 5-2. It didn't feel like a 5-2 game, if that makes sense. It felt a little closer than that throughout the entire game. The Red Wings were able to capitalize on a few more chances in that one.
But again, Daniela, you got to find ways to win. It doesn't matter where you're at, what level you're playing. You got to go out there and you got to find a way to get the victory. And that's what pro sports is all about. It's about winning and losing, and the good teams separate themselves from the bad teams because they are able to find ways to win and get those 2 points.
As you mentioned, an unfortunate break at the end of the period, but you look at the positive side, the Red Wings are given a power play opportunity with 4 minutes remaining in the period, and they capitalize on it. So it's good things to see. Like you said, you want to be competitive in this tournament. You want the guys that are supposed to stand out to stand out. We've seen that from Elmer Soderblom here tonight. So it's been good. All good things so far throughout this game.
And I love the Red Wing power play in the first 2 games.
Yeah,
and they throw the puck around nice. We saw the deflection from Bliss. So that means players are getting in front of the net, causing chaos. And these players practice that tip drill all the time. So when it happens, it's great. And again, the Red Wings with power play goals in yesterday's game and today. So that's a good sign that the power play is working. I thought the penalty kill's been pretty good, too. In the first period, on the first power play chance for the Dallas Stars, the Red Wings actually had their best scoring opportunities.
Yep.
They had a couple of chances to score while shorthanded.
Yeah, and Kirill Taiev rang one off the crossbar, too. So that goes in, you might be talking about a different game as well. He wanted that one bad, too. His reaction after that crossbar was pretty funny.
I thought Poirier was terrific, too, in that second period for the Dallas Stars. He did give up a couple of goals to Soderblom and Bliss, but overall he's been pretty steady and goal for the Dallas Stars.
Ken, I was just thinking, we talked about maybe a fun feature that we're going to call bromance with Simon Edmondson and Cross Hannes, because apparently that's what they are. They have a bromance. But what if we do a feature where you and I do the tip drill in front of the net?
Are you going to be the one in front of the net, or am I going to be the one in front of the net?
We'll switch.
If I'm the guy in front of the net, I know you're going to shoot towards the coconut here, so I don't know about that one.
We'll put you in full pads so I can't hurt you.
Did you see the other day, I just had a chance to see it on Twitter, but I forgot who it was, professional hockey player who threw out the first pitch, but he actually used his stick from the pitcher's mound.
No, but that's impressive.
And he shot the puck to the hard ball to the catcher, and it was a strike. I mean, it was unbelievable. I'd like to remember who the player was, but it was something different. I'd like to see that at a Comerica Park one day. Maybe Dylan Larkin can go out there and
I know he's done it, but that's definitely a great twist on it. We'll have to tell him next time he goes out there.
Well, here come the Red Wings and the Dallas Stars out onto the ice surface. Poirier in goal again, so it looks like he's going to play the complete game. Matt Murray played a complete game, and Dallas has lost to the Toronto Maple Leafs in their first game. And back in goal for the Red Wings for this third period is Andrew Oak, who did give up a pair of goals for the Dallas Stars in that middle frame.
Yeah, it looks like the Stars are only carrying 2 goalies on their roster. No scratches or goaltenders, so they've got Poirier and Matt Murray. Makes sense that they're playing complete games. I think the Red Wings are trying to split the time between their 3 goaltenders that are here and give them all an even chance to play and show what they can do.
Another player that I think has looked good here tonight, he's got a couple of points, is Taiev. And again, we mentioned that he didn't figure in the scoring in yesterday's victory over Columbus, but he's figured in the scoring here tonight.
Well, he underwent major shoulder surgery and only played 9 games with the Griffins and then missed the remainder of the season last year. So he's coming back from that injury, and he looked pretty strong during the first game, like you said, not finding the score sheet, but making an impact. And here today, he has an assist, and I mentioned it just a few minutes ago that he rang one off the crossbar. So he's definitely active in the offensive front.
We had a good look at Seth Barton, the Red Wing defenseman. Didn't play in the game yesterday, but he's got good offensive zone awareness, good puck distributor. Got that big lanky frame. And one of the things he's working on right now is developing that shot he has, especially from the point. But he's played strong here today, too, Seth Barton. 2-2, that's our score. 20 minutes yet to be played as we are set for the face-off. Stankoven wins the draw from Warhead, and the third period underway. Fresh sheet of ice here at Center Ice Arena in Traverse City. Edmondson picking it up in the corner in the Detroit end. Snapped it up the wing to Piercy. Hard to believe he's been kept off the scoreboard here.
He has a fight.
Yeah, he got the crowd going with that as Hannes will pick it up and now move it down in behind the Dallas goal. Poirier, who almost misplayed it, came right out in front, luckily cleared away by Logan Stankoven. Murray out at center ice, dumps it to the Red Wing line. Barton chipped it ahead in front of the penalty box. Karlstrom steers it to the Detroit line. Barton will pick it up and slide it across, and the Red Wings break out. Here is Amadeus Lombardi at center ice. Stick handles over the line. Pumped it into the corner. Stars in after it. That's Michael Caro, the defenseman. Johansson holds it in at the left point. Bounced it into the slot to Taiev with a backhand feed in front. Score! Early. 57 seconds in, and the Red Wings take the lead again, their third lead. It's 3-2, and Lombardi was off to the side of the goal. But I think Taiev snuck it in.
I told you he wanted that one. After ringing one off the bar, he was determined to get one. And I mentioned that line has been great all day long. That Elmer Soderblom, Amadeus Lombardi, and of course Kirill Taiev. Soderblom in a good spot in front. Lombardi too, but I do think that Taiev got that in there on his own.
Spin around play right out in front. Taiev continues to shine here in this game, and that's a big goal. Well, we talked about giving up goals. Teams don't want to give up goals in the first or the last minute of a period, and the Red Wings answered back after Damiani scored under a minute to go in that second period. Now the Red Wings get the goal 57 seconds in from Taiev.
That was one of my questions to Trenton Bliss. How do you have to come out now that they tied it so late? And they didn't hold back. They were ready. Play it like it's 0-0.
Wings have never trailed in this game. They've led 3 times tonight. 3-2 Red Wings early in this third period. Landowski from the red line shoots it into the Dallas zone. Umel will pick it up and fire it across. Red Wings trying to get it out, but they'll hang on to it, the Stars, and now they'll bring it ahead. Roulette gets the feed at center ice, bounced it off the glass into the corner in the Red Wing zone. Icing called against the Dallas Stars. They'll bring the face-off into the Stars' end.
Going back to Kirill Taiev, when talking about him with Dan Cleary, he said that we need to get a chance to talk to him because he's a great kid. He spent an entire summer in Detroit before playing with the Griffins last season, and he improved on his English immensely. Last year was his first time coming over, so he had some language barrier issues there, but he's worked really hard on it, and he seems to be a favorite in the locker room now. So very exciting for him.
Yeah, we mentioned he looked pretty good in that game against Columbus, but didn't get on the board point-wise, but he's had a solid game here tonight.
Goal and an assist. That line, like I said, is just creating things. They look really good together.
Yakubatuka feathers it forward. Nice move by Lombardi to get it out to the blue line. Red Wings settle it down again, and Vero moves it out to the Dallas blue line. Cairo will intercept. Steer it out to the Detroit line, and Vero to pick it up again to move it away from Morrison. Now to Bianca Batuka. Jeremy Bianca Batuka comes out to center. Little feed pass ahead, up across the line. Soderblom turns away from traffic in the corner, drops it back to the trailer. Lombardi brings it to the blue line, trying to find daylight, moves into the left face-off circle, and it was tapped away at the last second. Hertel out to center ice, makes his way, barely onside. Roulette in front of the net, but Oak will cover up with traffic in front. Soderblom giving his man a little shove right out in front, Justin Hertel. Hertel was the recipient of a big hit by Albert Johansson in that late stages of the first period.
Good to see he's okay, though. You definitely, the last thing you want in tournaments like this are injuries, right? Players are here to make their impression.
Face-off coming up. Circle to the left of Oak, the Red Wing netminder. Semenoff now will go in for the draw. Wins it, comes back towards the top of the circle. Shot blocked. Rebound goes into the corner. Karlstrom will pick it up for the Stars. And unable to hold it in at the blue line. was Bartow, and now coming back the other way is Mitchell Martin for Detroit. Moves in left circle, trying to pull the trigger, and Karlstrom picked his pocket. Sticked it out to center ice. Semenoff in over the Red Wing line. Drops it back to the trailer. Edmondson belted his man in along the boards. Puck slides out to center. That's Seth Barton in front of the penalty box right down below us. Shoots it into the Dallas zone. 3.5 gone by third period. 3-2 Detroit. Pass in front. Knocked away by Poirier. Landowski throws it across. Albert Johansson pulls the trigger, and that one may have been deflected, and that one sails off the glass. And along the end boards, it's shoveled into the corner. Bartow to pick it up for the Dallas Stars. Now to Damiani, dropped it back, and Stars bring it out to center ice. That's back. Karlstrom to the trailer. Damiani with speed, got the shot away. Rebound chance. Oh, and Oak made the save, and on the rebound, they score. Dallas Stars have tied it up, and it looks like Back will get credit for the goal.
Andrew Oak was all over that one, made 2 good saves before the second rebound finds the back of the net. He's got to be upset about that one, but hey, he came up big twice.
It's been a seesaw affair. This goal comes at the 4-minute mark of the third period. Take a look at it right here. Damiani with the shot. There's a save, another chance, and that one off to the right side, and jamming it home was Oscar Beck. So the Red Wings have led 3 times, and 3 times the Dallas Stars have come back to tie it up.
Seesaw was the right word, Ken. It's been a great game, though.
Carlson will pick up an assist on the goal by Oscar Beck to tie it up. Here comes Bianca Batuka, good skating defenseman, rolled it up across the line. Say the play was onside. It comes out to center ice. Now quickly turning over the line, cross Hannes with a feed in front. Bianca Batuka hangs on to the puck. Smart play by him. Warhead tried to pass it off into the corner. Bianca Batuka at the left point, shoots the puck. Poirier the save, and the rebound skips into the corner. Piercy in after it, tied up by Murray, the Dallas defenseman. Umel gets it out to center ice. Stars race back. Johnston after the puck. It's been relatively quiet for a guy that puts a lot of points on the board. Wyatt Johnston.
That he has, Ken. He scored over 100 points in the OHL last season.
Johnston trying to dig that puck loose. Comes back to the line to Carroll. Slings it over to Bartow. Into the corner. They battle for it there. Yakubatuka looking on. It rolls back to Bartow. Now to the blue line. It comes Carroll. Carroll shoots the puck through traffic. That hit a shin pad, and the Red Wings bring it ahead. Limpar Lance through center ice, dodges traffic, hands it off. Ivan cuts out in front of the goal, moves in with a backhand, short side, and Poirier with a glove save.
Poirier with a nice save there. Ivan getting in there, and he backhands it. Almost finds the side there. He found the hole. Poirier with a good save.
Well, he's had to come up big, the goaltender Poirier, times this year for the Dallas Stars in this hockey game. Now the Red Wings change. They've got Ivan Lombardi and Taiev out there up front. Game tied 3-3. Stars win the draw. Damiani flips it out to center ice away from Lombardi. Strangis, he's got a goal in the game for the Stars. Wheels it behind the Detroit goal. Edmondson turns into the corner. Lays it up the left wing boards, and Lombardi trying to dig it through a maze of skates. Stars pick it up at the line. Here is Grushnikov with a shot, redirected out of midair in front. Save made by Oak, and the Wings head back. To Taiev with a feed. That one skips across the Dallas blue line. Play was offside. That wouldn't have counted as it's whistled down in that Dallas end. Wings thought it was onside, but the linesman was there to make the call.
That was Lombardi who was able to somehow get that puck on net, regardless of the call there. If you remember back in the first period, Cross Hannes had a goal called back due to a high stick. It's been a little quiet ever since then.
Hey, fans, if you can't make it to the opener, there's plenty of good teams that are coming into Little Caesars Arena in the month of October. The Los Angeles Kings will be in town. And they're coming in for the third game of the season. It'll be a Monday night affair, and the Kings are an improved club.
And it's a great time to become a member of Wing Wheel Nation. We talk about all the exciting games coming up at Little Caesars Arena and the direction of this team. You can sign up for a membership now at DetroitRedWings.com/WingWheelNation. There are many different plans that you can sign up for.
Anaheim Ducks coming in for a 5 o'clock game on a Sunday afternoon, late Sunday afternoon. And Pat Verbeek, who was with the Red Wing organization, now the general manager of the Anaheim Ducks. And they picked up some talent in the offseason.
I always love the Trevor Zegras, Mo Sider, Lucas Raymond aspect of that matchup, too.
And John Klingberg, who used to be a defenseman for the Dallas Stars, he's now with the Anaheim Ducks.
That's right. Anaheim's going to be pretty good.
No easy division in the National Hockey League. Game tied, 3-3. Albert Johansson chips that puck into the corner. Bartol lays that puck around the boards. Now the Stars bring it out to center ice. Stankoven. 3-on-2 over the line. Pass left circle. Short side shot right there by Fredrik Karlstrom, and that one ends up in behind the Red Wing goal. Emil Viro picking it up, and he'll stride out to center ice for Detroit. Or make that Pasquale Zito as he'll play it into the corner. Bartol to pick it up. Bartol got it away from Red Wing forward Drew Warhead. Now it's back into the corner of the Red Wing end, and Jakub Atuka circles in behind his own goal, leaves it for Emil Viro. Game tied 3-3, 12:35 to go in regulation. Here is Soderblom with a move inside, using that long reach, moves in behind the goal, lost possession of the puck. Steered away by Kyrou, Dallas defenseman, and now Kyrou gets the feed and starts the attack. Over the line, Wyatt Johnston with a shot. Oak the save, and the rebound skips off a Red Wing skate into the corner. Long stretch pass. Here's Cross Hannes breaking in. He shoots, he scores! Oh, look at how animated Cross Hannes is. He got the perfect feed on the long bomb pass, and it's 4-3 Detroit.
That was a beautiful play, a great pass to set up Cross Hannes, and we mentioned that he had that goal called back earlier in the game. Great to see him get on the board, one that definitely counts, Ken. It's now 4-3 Red Wings.
He's quite the character as well. We'll see the feed right here. It was a long stretch pass, and look at him go. Boy, he's a proven goal scorer. He had a great year last year in the Western Hockey League, and he gives the Red Wings the lead 4-3.
I wonder if he got a hug from his bromance partner, Simon Edmondson.
You're not going to let that go.
I am not. I love it. I actually like more that Dan Cleary used the term bromance on our stream.
I think he's going to give a rose to the guy that gave him the pass. 4 times the Red Wings have led in this game. 3 times the Stars have come back. And here they are again up over the Red Wing line. Shot, Strange scores. And now that's 4 times they've come back. Second goal of the game for Strangis. It was a heck of a wrist shot from the right side that beat Andrew Oak, and the game is tied 4-4.
There was no stopping that one. He placed it perfectly in the upper corner. Andrew Oak didn't have a chance.
8:12 will be the time of the goal by Strangis, and it happened quickly after the goal by Hannes that gave the Red Wings the lead.
Credit to Strangis here, though, on the quick release. You see him, he gets right into the slot and boom, through 3 Red Wings defenders and picked that corner.
Native of Plymouth, Michigan, Strangis ties it up 4-4. A seesaw game here tonight. Now the puck is lifted back down into the Dallas zone. I think Soderblom was the man that gave him that stretch pass, and Hannes scored. The Stars come back. Here's another shot right side. Oak made the save. Morrison trying to score for Dallas. Red Wings deliver at the length of the ice, and icing has been called against Detroit.
It does sound like Soderblom and Edmondson picked up assists on that goal, but Soderblom was the one that delivered the nice stretch pass.
Soderblom opened the scoring for the Red Wings back in the second period. So Red Wing goal scorers tonight: Soderblom, Bliss, Taiev, and Hannes. Stranges with a pair of goals for the Dallas Stars. Beck and Damiani also turning on the red light for the Stars. They win the face-off. Karlsson with a shot. Second effort came right back to him, and he fired it wide to the short side of the Wings' net.
Stranges showing off his ability to score points. We talked about all the guys that are pushing 100 points in the OHL. He has 84 points in the last season in 60 games played. So definitely some offensive firepower, and he showed off his pure goal-scoring capabilities on that last one.
Look out, big hit. Greshnikov on Zito right down below us. Puck into the Dallas zone, 10:45 to go in the third period. A 4-4 tie here tonight. Jakub Atuka shoots it in. Poirier hands it back to the defenseman Kyrou. Outlet pass comes out to Blumel at center ice. He's forced by Biaka Batuka as that puck travels back deeper into the Dallas zone. Stars try again. Semenoff dumps it over the line, trying to break in is Blumel. Blumel stick handles to get away from traffic, hands it off. Caro off the bench on a change, shot it wide of the goal. That's delivered by Dawson Barteau and behind the Red Wing net. Zito pulls away from traffic, steers it around the boards to Biaka Batuka. Ahead to Zito. Pass intended for Cross Hannes, too far in front of him, travels the length of the ice, and icing has been called against the Red Wings. Red Wings will have the day off tomorrow. You and I will be calling the Dallas-St. Louis game, and then the Red Wings conclude their tournament play with a game on Monday morning, 11 o'clock. We'd like to have you with us early in the morning, have that cup of coffee as the Red Wings take on the Toronto Maple Leafs, 11 o'clock.
It's always a good matchup between Detroit and Toronto. Even here at the Prospect Tournament, you can feel the rivalry.
Well, Toronto lost yesterday 8-3 to the St. Louis Blues, and there must have been about 4 or 5 fights in that game. That was unbelievable. They hated each other.
It was a tough game, that's for sure. Very physical.
4-4, that's our score. Down to 9.5 to go in the third period. Cairo intercepted a pass at center ice, hands it off. Barteau turned it over to Soderblom in the Dallas end. Soderblom moves in behind the goal, wraps it around, and a pad save by Poirier, the Dallas netminder.
Poirier has been strong again here in the third period all game long. He's been coming up with big saves. Elmer Soderblom having a night too. Look at him here. He gets around 2 Dallas defenders, wraps all the way around the net, and Poirier just able to find that corner.
That is a deadly play for offensive talented players. They seem to find the opening on those wraparounds quite a bit.
Well, it's got to be hard for the goaltender to be able to get turn their head behind him and see exactly where the player is and when he's going to shoot it.
Those big, tall players that are like Soderblom, they have that long reach too, and that really helps them out. Remember Peter Mahavlich, who played seasons with Detroit, Montreal, he was deceptive with that stick, and he had a lot of those moves. I think our listening audience probably doesn't know who Peter Mahavlich is, since the puck is played around the boards far side.
It's been a while since he played.
Puck back into the corner now in the Detroit end. Time winding down, 8:45 to play. Here is Soderblom. Out at center ice, plays it to the open wing. Wings in the middle of the change. Cross Hannes will pick it up, and look out, we've got a whistle out at center ice. Too many men on the ice maybe against Detroit here. Penalty box door swings open. Looks like Ivan will step into the penalty box. I think they called too many men on the ice. And Dallas with an opportunity to go ahead. They're on the power play. So this will be a big penalty kill for Detroit, with Dallas having the face-off where they want it, deep in the Red Wing zone. Lombardi in a penalty killing role for Detroit. Stars win the face-off. It's pushed back to the right point. Cairo now moves into the slot. He scores. A lot of traffic in front of Oaken. I don't think Daniela, he saw that puck as it was shot in. Quick power play goal for the first time tonight. The Dallas Stars lead the Red Wings. They have the lead 5-4.
Yeah, I don't think Oak had a vision on that shot at all. And the only positive I can take from that, Ken, is Dallas has rebounded quickly after every goal scored on them. So here's the Red Wings' opportunity. Capitalize within the next couple of minutes. Yeah, that was a great screen play with the Dallas man in front, able to get in front of Oak and block his vision of that puck, which ends up in the back of the net.
Well, you got to give credit to the Dallas Stars. They have fought their way back all game long and finally have the lead. Got a feeling that the scoring's not over yet.
Doesn't feel like it. You don't get that vibe from this game at all.
Cairo gets credit for the power play goal to make it 5-4 Dallas. Strange's 2 goals in the game, charges after the puck, moves it off to the left side of the goal, slides it out in front, and on all fours to smother it in the goal crease, Red Wing netminder Andrew Oak.
Christian Cairo, a 2022 second-round pick in the OHL. A lot of players from the OHL here on this Dallas Stars team. He played 68 games and logged 60 points.
celebrated a birthday yesterday. I wonder on the off day if he celebrated with a little cake and ice cream.
I thought you were going to say something else, but I was thinking, is he even of age to be able to go out and do that?
That's why I said cake and ice cream. September 16th, that's his birthday. Puck shot down the ice. Stars wing it around the boards. Kyrou, who has the go-ahead goal, tapped it up the right wing. It travels into the Red Wings zone. Red Wings are the only team in the tournament that have not lost a game. Puck is sticked up the right side. Kyrou again to wheel it deeper into the corner in the Detroit end. Here's Hansel for Detroit. 3-on-2 back across the Dallas blue line. Pass off a stick into the corner. Bertel plays it around the near side. Red Wings hold it in. Hansel dumped it down into the corner. Back to the line. Plandowski fanned on it, and then off the right side, Martin with a chance, and that one wide of a goal. Now it's lifted ahead. Dallas in the middle of a change. 5-4 Stars with the lead. 7 minutes to go. Third period action here in Traverse City. Carlson with speed over the Red Wing line. Gets the feed. Moves in left circle. Angled off into the corner. Albert Johansson charges behind his own goal. Trying to pick his pocket was Semenov. Still battling forward off into the corner. Comes in behind the Detroit net. Jakub Atuka with an outlet feed to Johansson jumping up. Chipped it over the blue line. Now it's hammered up the wing by the Stars into the Detroit zone, and Dallas will change on the go. Jakub Atuka cuts in front of his own goal. Lombardi out there on the ice for Detroit. Now to Soderblom. Flips it to the front of the goal, taking no chances. Poirier, the Dallas netminder, he will hang on with 6:22 remaining. Soderblom, Bliss, to Taiev and Hannes, the goal scorers for the Red Wings in the game. Stranges, pair of goals for the Dallas Stars. Damiani back in. Kyrou's power play goal, the difference in this one.
For this third period, it looked like they switched lines up a little bit. Elmer Soderblom was alongside Drew Worrad and Cross Hannes for a while on the top line.
Lombardi tried to feed it into the slot. It was broken up, and Drumel comes out to center for the Stars, works his way in on Plandowski, checked it along the boards. Plandowski knocked him to the ice. It goes along the boards, and the Red Wings break out. Out to center ice, Lombardi in over the Dallas line. Flips it into the corner. Now Bliss checked it along the corner boards. Stars pick it up there. Wyatt Johnson moved it out to center ice. Comes back into the Dallas zone. Blumel winding up out at center. Through the center ice circle. Lays it over the line to Bork. He snapped the shot off a Red Wing stick off the dasher. Edmondson to chase it down for Detroit. Kicked away up the left side. Stars hold it in. Barteau. Kyrou plays it into the corner. Now Damiani overskated the puck that allows Lombardi to pick it up on a long shift. He'll hand it out to Edmondson at center. Lombardi retreats over to the Red Wing bench on a change. 5:18 to play, third period. A 1-goal lead for the Dallas Stars. 5-4 over Detroit. Wings have trailed once in this game, and that's right now. They want to get the equalizer as Limpar Lance picks it up. Moved it up across the line, banked it off the boards, goes after it. Grushnikov with a check on him. Limpar Lance goes down, gets up quickly, knocked down again. Zito got it to the line. Shot taken off a stick right to the front of the goal, knocking it away with his pad, then hanging on, it's Remy Portier. 35 shots, Daniela, by the Dallas Stars in this game. The Red Wings have 19.
Again, it doesn't feel that lopsided as it looks on the scoreboard, as you said, 35-19 in favor of the Stars. The Red Wings feel like they have created some great scoring opportunities throughout the entire game.
A quick look at the big netminder for the Dallas Stars. Johansson with a shot redirected. Again, you want to get those pucks to the front of the net. Get some traffic. You never know. We've already seen a couple of tips in the game. Here is Martin into the corner. Laying it back in the line to Jakub Atuka. Stepped into, now comes away from traffic. Moves in with a shot. Oh, he tried to pick the upper corner, and he shot it just over the crossbar. Good play by Jakub Atuka.
He's looked good in the 2 games here in Traverse City.
A real strong player, Danielle.
Yes.
Good skater. Oh, here's a shot off the goalpost by Ansel as he cut out in front of the goal. Johansson was knocked down, and a penalty coming up to the Dallas Stars. Jakub Atuka hanging onto the puck. Now finally touched inside the Dallas zone, so a great opportunity for the Red Wings now with 4:09 to go. They're on the power play. trail Dallas 5-4.
You know, Bianco Tuga's making it hard for the Red Wings to not really seriously look at him. Like you said, he looks strong. He's strong on the puck. We saw the play he just made to keep the puck in the Red Wings zone. He's looked good. Here's Ansel ripping it off the post.
Wow. Big inches, isn't it?
It was a good shot, too. It looked good.
Another great shot by our camera crew here in Traverse City. Guys behind the scenes doing a great job as always. Makes our job a little easier.
That it does.
Well, big power play right now. Let's see if the Red Wings can tie it up. 5-4 Dallas. Game on the line for Detroit. Warren plays it around the boards. Hannes to the line. Edmondson pushed it over left side. Now Hannes with a shot right side that's knocked down right out in front. He was in a shooting position. Soderblom. Not Edmondson. Red Wing power plays look good in the tournament. Hannes with a shot redirected by Soderblom in front wide of the goalpost. Hannes again with a feed. That one through the traffic. Lombardi picking it up. Dallas in pursuit. Finally Damiani chipped it out to center ice using the right wing boards. Wings on the attack again. Hannes. Backhand feed up across the line. Broken up and driven the length of the ice by Michael Cairo. And the Wings have to go 200 feet the other way. Minute 10 to go in the Red Wing man advantage. Wings need a goal to tie it. 5-4 Stars. Soderblom up across the line. Moves in left circle with a shot. Coming up with a glove hand save. The netminder, Remy Portier.
Simon Edmondson running the power play right now. One thing I notice about him is that he has great awareness on the ice. He always knows exactly where his teammates are. He was able to keep a puck in the offensive zone just by flipping it behind his back, knowing that he had a teammate right there behind him. And him and Elmer Soderblom seem to have some great chemistry, obviously playing together. And for Lunda last season, just kind of knowing where each other are and who's going to take the puck and when. I've noticed that awareness in Simon Edmondson throughout the game today.
Well, the Red Wings, Daniela, know that this is a big point in the hockey game, so they call a timeout. They still have 1:06 to go on their power play. 3:15 to go in regulation. 5-4 Dallas. And that Cross Hannes, I'm telling you, I think he's going to be a keeper down the road for Detroit because, he's just an outstanding talent.
Yeah, he was a second-round draft pick and from Texas. Played well in the WHL last season in Portland. It was a huge step for him in his career, and obviously now he is turning pro, and I think he's going to tear it up in Grand Rapids. He looks really good here at this tournament. Here's a look at the Cross Hannes breakaway goal. He just beats the goaltender near side. He picked his spot and went for it. We mentioned that he that he had a goal called back earlier, getting his own rebound. He just a very tough player, creating things offensively, and he's found the back of the net in 2 games now. I'm sorry, he had 2 assists yesterday, not a goal.
Well, the coaching staff knows it's a big part of the game right now, and they're diagramming some plays here. But what you want to do, I guess, is you want to get traffic in front. Try to screen the goaltender. That's how Dallas scored their go-ahead goal. It was a screen shot on Oak that beat them. All right, let's get this Red Wings are going to pull the goaltender here with 3:15 to go. This is unbelievable.
I like it.
3:15 to go. Red Wings still on the power, so it's really a 2-man advantage, but the net to our left is empty. A little gambling here. Now it's Grushnikov picking it up and playing it all the way down the ice. They can ice the puck because they're short a man. All right, Edmondson will pick it up in front of that wide open Red Wing net. Pass up the left side. Soderblom in over the blue line. Ran into his man, then shot it to Hannes in the corner. Ward dug it free, now to Edmondson. Edmondson screen shot. Poirier the save, the rebound in the right circle, and it's shot to the line. Edmondson holds it in. They didn't clear it out. Lombardi to Edmondson. Calling for the puck. Hannes sends it in front. A redirection comes back to the line. Hannes holds it in right point. Settles it down, throws it to Edmondson at the middle of the blue line. Stick handle shoots the puck off a stick wide of the goal. Down to 21 seconds. 2-man advantage for Detroit, but the empty net. And now the Wings turn it over. And it comes back to the Detroit line. Edmondson on the attack to the Amadeus Lombardi. Now to Hannes. Puck was knocked away, and it's Damiani who was slashed in the hand. Got that puck down the ice into the Detroit end. Penalty is over. 2:08 to go, and the Red Wing net is empty. Edmondson turned it over at center ice. Stars pick it up. Bork with the empty net, knocked down by Edmondson. It was between the circles in front of that empty net goal. Johansson shoots it in. Game going down to the wire. That was a big penalty kill for the Dallas Stars. They roll it up the right side of the ice. Won't go far enough for the icing. Minute 45 to go. Johansson for Detroit. Steers it ahead, out to center ice. Stankoven back checking. stole the puck. Taiev has to wait for his teammates to get onside. Rolls it back. Barton chipped it down the ice to the side of the Dallas goal. It's scooped up and played up the right wing boards by Kyrou into the Detroit zone. Foot race for the puck. Barton's going to get there. Carlson to chase him down in behind the goal. Try to center it out in front, and it's intercepted by Detroit. Now the Wings dig it loose. 1:09 to go. Taiev will roll that puck into the corner in the Stars' end. Quick change by Detroit. Minute to go. Barteau lifts it out to center ice. Edmondson picking it up. Chipped it forward. Pile up along the near boards. They still battle for it now. Piercy is on the ice for Detroit. Time coming off the clock with 48 seconds left. Wings got to hurry here. They trail 5-4 to the Dallas Stars in the waning moments. 6 attackers out there for Detroit. It's rolled into the corner. Soderblom in after it. Checked in along the boards. It's dug free. Hannah steals. Rolls it back in the line to Edmondson. Edmondson over to the left side. Lombardi moves in with a shot through traffic. Knocked down, rebound, and behind the Dallas goal. 23 seconds to go. Stars can't get it out. Piercy turns and fires it into the corner. Hannes in pursuit. Comes up the near side of the ice, and it's chipped by the Dallas Stars. Blumel into the Detroit end. 10 seconds left. Wings have to hurry. Piercy up over the line. Shoots the puck. Poirier the save. Rebound goes into the corner. 5 seconds to go. Damiani and Hannes trying to jam that puck free. Piercy in there in the corner, and there goes the horn, and this game is over. Valiant effort by Detroit. They had a power play with about 3:15 to go. They pulled their goaltender for the extra attacker, kept them pulled in the waning moments, but in the end, the Red Wings could not get the equalizer. And the final score here tonight, the Dallas Stars 5 and the Detroit Red Wings 4. Stars celebrate as they congratulate Poirier, who stopped 20 of 24 shots. And, the Red Wings outshot in the game 35-24. Let's go downstairs to Daniela Bruce.
Red Wings head coach Ben Simon joining me now. Ben, it was very much a back and forth game. Dallas ultimately coming out on top. What did you like about your team's performance here tonight?
I like the fact that we competed the entire game. I thought we shot ourselves in the foot a little bit in the beginning of the period with not having a good F3 in our defense. I mean, a little bit over-aggressive, but the guys did compete. They didn't play last night. We did. That may have had something to do with it. We ran out of gas a little bit there. So we'll get some rest tonight, have a nice practice tomorrow, and be ready to go for our last game Sunday.
Elmer Soderblom had a great game, a goal and an assist, a very nice assist across Hannes on the breakaway. What did you like about his game here today?
Well, he's moving his feet, and then when he's moving his feet and he's that big a body, he can protect pucks, he can get in on pucks. He's learning to kill penalties here, so we're excited where we hope he can go, and we'll take it one day at a time here.
We had Dan Cleary joining us in the first intermission, and one thing that he said he noticed was the chemistry that this team has and how they were able to build that in such a short period of time. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think we've got some good character guys here and some guys that are hungry, and they're proud to be a part of the Detroit Red Wings organization, even if it's just for a little rookie tournament. And, that's one of the things that we talked about is you don't really get that chance that often to put on that jersey, so enjoy it while you can.
Well, thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Good luck on Monday.
Thanks, Daniel.
Ken, back to you.
All right, Daniela, good job down there. We want to thank everybody for tuning into Detroit Red Wings hockey on this Saturday night. There is no undefeated teams right now in the tournament. Dallas Stars with their come-from-behind victory, 1-1 in the tournament. So are the Red Wings at 1-1. And lots of good competition. And the Red Wings will have the day off tomorrow, Ben Simon said, and then they'll take on the Toronto Maple Leafs on Monday for an 11 o'clock start. I want to thank you all for tuning into the stream tonight, presented by Huntington Bank. I want to thank all of our crew, both on the audio and visual side, for doing an outstanding job behind the scenes. And again, we look forward to seeing you on the air at 10:50 on Monday when the Red Wings take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. That'll do it from Center Ice Arena. Thank you so much for watching. Again, the final score, Dallas Stars 5 and the Detroit Red Wings 4. For Daniela Bruce, I'm Ken Cal. So long, and we'll talk to you on Monday.